Senators on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 939. Knights on Internet 949. 8 p.m. St. Louis Blues face the San Jose Sharks. Blues on XM 202, Internet 944. Sharks on Internet 942. 8:30 p.m. Chicago Blackhawks take on the Florida Panthers. Blackhawks on XM 203, Internet 925. Panthers on Internet 931. 9 p.m. Calgary Flames face the New York Rangers. Flames on XM 204, Internet 923. Rangers on Internet 938. 9 p.m. Edmonton Oilers take on the Minnesota Wild. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 930. Wild on Internet 933. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, November the 21st. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Boston Bruins face the Utah Hockey Club. Bruins on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 921. Utah on Internet 947.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
Former owner of the Colorado Avalanche, Charlie Lyons, had 7 days to figure out how to keep Joe Sakic from joining the New York Rangers back in '97, and he stopped by SiriusXM NHL Network Radio with Steve Koulias to talk about how a little film called Air Force One helped him feel more confident in the face of this chaos and keep Sakic.
Okay. Coincident with that, we were releasing Air Force One. I had another company, Beacon Communications, run by two terrific film producers, Armin Bernstein and Mark Abraham. And we had decided to make a big movie. There's no guarantee how those things work out, but everything came together. Wolfgang Peterson, Harrison Ford, terrific script by Andrew Marlowe, and it was pure joy. And it came out and it was one of the most successful movies of all time, leading R-rated release in history. So you're feeling kind of good about things. And what that did was it created some confidence when you get cold-cocked like this. A really successful organization, Jim Cronin, Art Aaron, Tim Romani, who had built Kaminsky Park, to sort of huddle and say, okay, what do we do with this? Do we want 5 draft picks? What are we going to do without Joe? Well, that was an idiot test, right? What are you going to do without Joe? You're going to end up in the toilet. And Joe was, somebody that Pierre saw as a potential successor for him when he was no longer interested in being the president of the team. And so there was so much at stake. In essence, what you do, you bang around like a pinball for about 3 days trying to figure out where the restroom is. But then you get your act together and you say, okay, well, let's not waste this crisis. What would we need to do to put ourselves, the company, in the best position to feel smart about matching this offer? And the answer was pretty simple. You're not going to take money from the film company and pay a professional athlete and say, thanks for, you've grown up, Beacon, you've done a great job, and as a prize, we're going to take all your money away and play a hockey player. That wouldn't happen. But what that did is it allowed me to pick up the phone and call the mayor and say, hey, Wellington, look, let's finish the arena deal, because in order to sell to all of our free agents a vision about what Denver sports and Colorado sports can be, we should be in a state-of-the-art venue. And we've got, all the pieces in place to do that. Let's finish that deal. That'll send a message. And these things we're haggling over, I need them to pay Joe Sakic and keep the team together. We've got to be able to put a respectable product on the ice. Number 2, great corporate partner, Liberty Media. They're legendary in the media business. And to reach out to them and say, look, now we have the arena. We've got these 2 teams and things are relatively stable. How would you like to invest in a small piece? And not coincidentally, the exact number that we need to match this offer. So I'm padding, our resources. And then the final piece, which was the one we were pretty confident we could get done. We didn't know if we'd get any of it done, but we were confident we might get this last one done, is that Fox wanted to re-up with the Avalanche and the Nuggets. So to cement them for a long period of time and maybe recalibrate the rights payment so we got more up front again, improving. That gave us the strength to then turn around on day 7 and say, oops, sorry, you stand.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Thursday, November the 21st. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Boston Bruins face the Utah Hockey Club. Bruins on Sirius 208 XM 219 and Internet 921. Utah on Internet 947. 7 p.m., Columbus Blue Jackets face the Tampa Bay Lightning. Jackets on XM 201 Internet 927. Lightning on Internet 945. 7 p.m., Washington Capitals face the Colorado Avalanche. Capitals on XM 223 Internet 950. Avalanche on Internet 926. 7 p.m., Detroit Red Wings face the New York Islanders. Red Wings on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 929. Islanders on Internet 937. 7 p.m., New Jersey Devils face the Carolina Hurricanes. Devils on Sirius 211, XM 222, and Internet 936. Canes on Internet 924. 7 p.m., Ottawa Senators face the Vegas Golden Knights. Senators on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 939. Knights on Internet 949. 8 p.m., St. Louis Blues face the San Jose Sharks. Blues on XM 202, Internet 944. Sharks on Internet 942. 8:30 p.m., Chicago Blackhawks take on the Florida Panthers. Blackhawks on XM 203, Internet 925. Panthers on Internet 931. 9 p.m., Calgary Flames face the New York Rangers. Flames on XM 204, Internet 923. Rangers on Internet 938. 9 p.m., Edmonton Oilers take on the Minnesota Wild. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 930. Wild on Internet 933. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, November the 21st. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Boston Bruins face the Utah Hockey Club. Bruins on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 921. Utah on Internet 947.
The PGA Tour comes to life on SiriusXM. It's your destination for everything on the tour. Hear live hole-by-hole coverage and expert analysis. PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM 92.
In the summer of 1997, the New York Rangers tried to sign away Joe Sakic from the Colorado Avalanche, and owner of the Avs at that time, Charlie Lyons, had 7 days to figure out how to keep Sakic. Stopping by SiriusXM NHL Network Radio on Channel 91, Lyons was on to talk with Steve Kouleas from the Power Play about his initial reaction to the news of New York offering Sakic $15 million up front in their deal.
I remember the summer of 1997. The Rangers have offer sheeted Joe Sakic. It's a 3-year deal, $21 million, $15 million up front. I remember that part. Joining us now is Charlie Lyons, the Avs CEO. The big honcho at the time joins me on the Power Play. So where were you, Charlie, when you first heard the news? Did you fall off your chair?
Well, I didn't fall off my chair, but I left my heart in San Francisco. The phone rang. It was Mark Kisla, who terrific journalist that was always sort of ahead of stories. And he said, "Hey, what do you think about the offer sheet for Joe Sakic for $21 million with 15 up front? How you doing?" And your mind goes to, he's obviously kidding. He wants something else, but he wasn't kidding. And so, it's a punch. I was getting ready to go on vacation, so that's the right time to slam somebody. And that's what it was. So I was a neighbor, my dear friend Pierre Lacroix, and collaborator, lived across the cul-de-sac. So we met at the center of the cul-de-sac, and he just gave me this look like, wow, who'd have thunk? And then, what are you going to do? What's your plan, big guy? Because that's a lot of money, 30 years ago. that kind of contract was destabilizing, to say the least. And also, Dave Checkins had done his homework, right? That they had been smart enough to, because we were publicly traded and we were a young company. He looked at the balance sheet and said, "Hey, look how much money they have in the bank. So we offer $1 more." That's going to knock their company on their ear. They're going to have to take 5 picks. So, given that he had Richter and he had, the greatest player of all time, Wayne Gretzky, and by the way, Joe Sakic's idol, that was going to be a powerful team. And having just lost Messier, he needed to do something. And so he did the right thing. He said, what the heck? There's a chance they aren't going to be able to pull it off. And at least I'm making an effort. And so I felt pretty beat up, candidly.
SiriusXM has soccer covered end to end. SiriusXM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's SiriusXM FC on Channel 157.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Thursday, November the 21st. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Boston Bruins face the Utah Hockey Club. Bruins on Sirius 208 XM219 and Internet 921. Utah on Internet 947. 7 p.m., Columbus Blue Jackets face the Tampa Bay Lightning. Jackets on XM201 Internet 927. Lightning on Internet 945. 7 p.m., Washington Capitals face the Colorado Avalanche. Capitals on XM223 Internet 950. Avalanche on Internet 926. 7 p.m., Detroit Red Wings face the New York Islanders. Red Wings on Sirius 210, XM221, and Internet 929. Islanders on Internet 937. 7 p.m., New Jersey Devils face the Carolina Hurricanes. Devils on Sirius 211, XM222, and Internet 936. Canes on Internet 924. 7 p.m., Ottawa Senators face the Vegas Golden Knights. Senators on Sirius 209, XM220, and Internet 939. Knights on Internet 949. 8 p.m., St. Louis Blues face the San Jose Sharks. Blues on XM202, Internet 944. Sharks on Internet 942. 8:30 p.m., Chicago Blackhawks take on the Florida Panthers. Blackhawks on XM203, Internet 925. Panthers on Internet 931. 9 p.m., Calgary Flames face the New York Rangers. Flames on XM204, Internet 923. Rangers on Internet 938. 9 p.m., Edmonton Oilers take on the Minnesota Wild. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 930. Wild on Internet 933. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, November the 21st. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Boston Bruins face the Utah Hockey Club. Bruins on Sirius 208 XM219 and Internet 921. Utah on Internet 947.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
Mark Messier is a 6-time Stanley Cup champion. He won 5 with the Edmonton Oilers and 1 with the New York Rangers, and is the only player to captain 2 teams to Stanley Cup championships. In Edmonton, after winning back-to-back Stanley Cup championships in 1984 and 85, it wasn't until 1987 where the team would win their 3rd Stanley Cup championship. Speaking on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Messier joined Scott Laughlin for the morning skate on Sirius XM Channel 91 to talk about what it was like to win that 1987 Stanley Cup Finals series against the Philadelphia Flyers, despite blowing a 3-1 series lead and having to win it in a Game 7.
You're listening to NHL Play-by-Play on SiriusXM.
The fireworks are in the air. Here comes the confetti from high atop the Joe Louis Arena.
This is Detroit Red Wings hockey. The Red Wings Tonight is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card.
Monday night in San Jose, Macklin Celebrini scored the game-winning goal in overtime as the Sharks defeated the Red Wings 5-4.
Head coach Patrick Waugh, the New York Islanders have just 7 regulation losses in the first 19 games and coming off a 2-1 shootout loss to the Calgary Flames.
Red Wings are back home in Hockey Town, live from Little Caesars Arena in the district. Detroit, it's the Red Wings and the New York Islanders tonight.
Detroit Red Wings Hockey.
Brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Corwell Health, Jack Demmer Ford, Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, Metro Detroit Chevrolet Dealers, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Jack Demmer Lincoln, Detroit Area Toyota Dealers, Wallside Windows, Meyer, McLaren Health, United Wholesale Mortgage, Feiger Law, Chevrolet, Rocket Mortgage, Priority, and Little Caesars.
This is Detroit Red Wings Hockey.
Discover fantastic holiday gift ideas at low prices this week at Meijer. Enjoy 20% off select board games and puzzles for the whole family. Get 20% off select Lego playsets. Save $170 on a KitchenAid 5.5-quart stand mixer, now only $279.99. Experience the sense of the season when you save 30% on Yankee Candle products. Shop in-store or online at Meijer.com, and you'll receive the same low prices no matter how you choose to shop. Exclusions apply.
Life can get busy, and finding time for doctor's appointments, well, it's tough. That's why I'm glad McLaren is making it easier. Now I can book online, do a virtual visit, or even check into the ER from my phone. Better access means better care, and with more providers and shorter wait times, they're making it work for me. McLaren, your care, our commitment. Find the care you need at McLaren.org.
Face Off with Daniela Bruce.
Welcome everybody inside Little Caesars Arena for tonight's matchup between the New York Islanders and your Detroit Red Wings. The Wings are coming off of a 4-game road trip in which they went 1-2-1. Marco Kasper scored his first 2 career NHL goals and earned the opportunity to play between Patrick Kane and Alex DeBrincat tonight. Tyler Mott and Albert Johansson will be back in tonight while Joe Veleno and Justin Hall will be out. Alex Lyon will get the nod in net for Detroit. The Red Wings power play continues to be a bright spot, ranked 2nd in the NHL, while the PK continues to struggle, currently 32nd in the NHL. The Islanders have struggled heavily on special teams this year, both the power play and penalty kill at the bottom of the league. New York is coming off of their Western Canada trip in which they lost 3 of 4 games. Kyle Palmieri currently leads the team with 16 points, while Bo Horvat follows with 14. Ilya Sorokin will get the start in net for the Islanders tonight. Next, Derek Lalonde will join Ken Kell with a closer look at tonight's matchup with the New York Islanders right here on the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
J.P. Weiser's Canadian Whiskey is a proud partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Sure, we could have teamed up with Toronto, or Montreal, or even Ottawa. But we'd rather support our neighbors across the river, because we've been doing things our way since 1857. So grab a bottle of our smooth, new 10-year-old whiskey and taste what it means to be wisely done.
My Sheets Rewards is like a passport to saving money. Everything you buy, whether it's gas, peanuts, milkshakes, or a sub loaded up with an entire pound of toppings, will earn you points. Then you can turn those points into savings across the store and pumps. Because Sheets knows that their freaks don't just love cramming their faces with the weirdest made-to-orders possible, but they also crave the feeling of building up to exclusive offers and freebies. Download the Sheets app today and start saving like a freak. Why the Sheets not?
Inside the locker room.
Red Wings back home. They take on the New York Islanders here in Detroit with his pregame show. Red Wing head coach Derek Newsy-Lalonde inside the locker room is brought to you by Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Well, Newsy, Red Wings back from California. Overall impressions of that last game against the Sharks?
Yeah, probably similar to the Anaheim game. It feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity, having a 1-goal lead with a minute left in the second period. Giving up that goal was huge, and then obviously kind of being on our heels in the third period. I do give the guys some credit for getting that late goal to give us a point on the road, but I think there were some things within our game could have managed way better and done much better to give us the full 2 points.
That second period against the Sharks, one of the better periods on the trip?
Yeah, I mean, I think the front end of that Pittsburgh was pretty good. The front end of the Anaheim game was pretty good. But yeah, obviously we had a really good push, 2-1 there. Unfortunately, we couldn't extend it to 3-1. So, yeah, again, some positives, but I just think it's our overall. We'd like a little more consistency and some sustained play throughout the 60 minutes.
Look at Dylan Larkin. He leads the team in goal scoring. He's on pace to score 50 goals. Did you see this from him at the beginning of the year?
I always see it from him. You know, even early on as a team, he might not have been his sharpest, but he's still good. And again, he's a driver. I think he's an elite player in this league. And if we're going to be successful and we find wins, I mean, we look at our wins this year, it usually involves him driving us playing at an elite level.
Balanced scoring, is that something that you'd like to see more of?
Yeah, of course. We like to get it, especially the fact that we're sitting here with the third ranked power play in the league. I think we need a little bit more 5-on-5. A little adjustment to our lines, to kind of maybe spread out a little bit of our offense. But again, I still think it's on our group. We got to get hard offense. The league checks too well right now. They own the middle of the ice. I think at times as a group, we're the culprit of wanting some easy offense. We got to get some hard offense.
You put the line together against the San Jose Sharks of Kasper, Kane, and Tarasenko. How did you think that line performed?
Okay. I think we're going to give it a little different look tonight. We're going to give Kasper an opportunity with both Kat and Kane. So I think there's some positive there. I think that's earned on Marco Kasper. I think Marco can drive a little bit. He can puck transport. He gets middle lane drives. He'll be first touches and forechecks. I'm hoping that line can be effective.
Red Wings back home here. 5 of the next 6 are at home. Are you looking forward to some home cooking here and taking advantage of the homestand?
Yeah, we have to be better at home. I think this, there's a lot of things going into our okay start. We're sitting here under 500, and we got to do better taking care of home ice, something we've done actually the last couple of years. So I think we'll be a better home ice team like we have been in the past, but it starts with an opportunity tonight.
Second meeting of the season between the Red Wings and the New York Islanders. It was a 1-0 victory on the island the last time the Red Wings played New York. What stands out about that game?
Obviously the shutout. Defended well in that game. That was a game we didn't produce a ton of offense, but again, I still think if we can be good and keeping it out of our net, it gives us our best opportunity. I mean, even you look on the road trip, we only gave up 2 on the front end. We win, but we gave up 4, 6, 5, and 6, or 6, 3, and 6 after that. Too many. So I still think it's about keeping it out of our net, which we did that last time out.
Finally, what's the scouting report on the Islanders?
Playing at a really good level right now. They check. They don't give you much. I talked about us wanting to do a little bit better, getting some hard offense. We're going to have to. They don't give you easy offense. That'll be on us to do a little better in that area.
Changes to the lineup, what would they be tonight?
We're going to get Tyler Mott back in the lineup, and we're going to get Albert Johansson back in the lineup, and Alex Line will be in net.
All the best tonight against the New York Islanders.
Thank you.
Daniela Bruce standing by. She'll take you around the league.
Around the League with Daniela Bruce.
Around the League is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the Detroit Red Wings. Buffalo goaltender Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen made his return last night in L.A. after missing 2 games with a lower body injury, helping the Sabres to a 1-0 win. Luukkonen stopped 24 of 24, posting his first shutout of the season, the 6th shutout of his career. The only goal of the game came 38 seconds into the third.
Darlene in the middle. Their leading scoring defenseman down low. Zucker center, shot attempt blocked. Cousins tried to get the shot through. Now a shot. Darlene, and they score. Might have been tipped in front by Zucker, and the Sabres score on the power play early in the third, the game's first goal.
The Buffalo power play goal was the difference maker as they win 1-0 over L.A. The Sabres will continue their West Coast swing tomorrow in Anaheim, and L.A. will host Seattle on Saturday. Around the League is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the Detroit Red Wings.
It's time to light up the season during the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. And right now for Black Friday, enjoy limited time offers on our full lineup of Ford vehicles, like the 2024 Ford Escape. The Escape comes with Bliss, blind spot information system, with cross traffic alert and plenty of cargo space to fit your lifestyle needs. Right now, AZ Plan trade-in lessees can lease a 2024 Ford Escape SUV active all-wheel drive for $279 a month for 24 months, with $1,789 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Payment includes $1,500 year-end sales event cash and $3,500 trade assist cash. Offer ends January 2nd. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Some exclusions may apply. So lease a 2024 Ford Escape for $279 a month only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
We are Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings. For over 70 years, Feiger Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
The cold winter months are coming, but Wallside's 80 months no interest is generating heat. 80 months no interest with no down payment, or save an extra 20% off when you pay cash. Plus, buy one window, get one free. Call now before it's gone. 80 months no interest, or an extra 20% off. Plus, buy one, get one free. Wallside. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
At Corewell Health, we know time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we do. We're fighting cancer with proton therapy and music therapy. We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's with deep brain stimulation and outsmarting blood clots in seconds instead of days. Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
From the rink with Daniela Bruce.
Daniela Bruce joined today by Red Wings forward Andrew Kopp. Andrew, let's start with this. Your team right now is producing on the power play really well, top 3 in the league, but 5-on-5 seem to be struggling. What can you put your finger on that's not working when you guys are at even strength?
There's a lot of one and done in the offensive zone right now. It seems like any shot we get to the net, we're not getting enough shots to the net, 1, and then 2, we're not getting the rebounds, we're not getting loose pucks, not really getting to the front of the net. So I think we're a little disconnected. We kind of have some guys low and some guys high. We don't really get guys to the inside as much as we need to. So definitely something to pay attention to. I think you see it across the league. Their 5-on-5 scoring is down. I think part of that is having too high of an F3, and you can see some guys do it with like the Connor McDavids and the Nathan McKinnons. They get to the top of the zone, it turns into a little bit of one-on-one. But my God, is it hard to beat guys one-on-one in this league? So we gotta be around the puck a little bit more, create more 2-on-1s, just in and out of the corner. And then once we get pucks to the D, we gotta get those through and get to the front of the net.
I hate to use the term easy fix, but is this something that you think you guys can adjust?
For sure. I mean, I think that there's definitely enough offense in this room. It's just a matter of we just got to get to the inside a lot more. Even the guy that, even if there's just one guy on the inside that draws all the coverage to the inside because he's the most dangerous guy, and then passing lanes to the point open up, cycle plays open up because the D or, everyone gets sucked into that guy right in the middle. So if we play 5 on the outside, it's tough for any team to score.
When you look at the penalty kill, too, it's not much different from what we saw last year. What are the struggles right now with killing off penalties?
Well, I mean, I think that we're being maximally punished for little mistakes. I think, anytime that it feels like we don't get it clear, feels like any sort of bounce, any sort of just slight miscoverage, it's ending up in the back of the net every time. And that's not a slight at our goalies by any means. It's just kind of, we're just getting maximally punished right now. So we got to find a little bit of swagger. We got to find a little bit more anticipation. That's the biggest thing. I think that we worked on some things today. Once again, it's just a little bit disconnected when our forwards are pressuring. It feels like our D are maybe a little bit more on their heels, or if a D's jumping, the forwards really aren't anticipating that they're jumping. So, a little bit of getting on the same page.
After that tough road trip, you guys are home for a while now. You have the practice day today. How beneficial can that be, and what kind of things did you work on to kind of shake the West Coast trip?
I mean, our team defense definitely took a little bit of a slide the last few games, which, for how good our power play has been and for, our struggles offensively 5-on-5 and our struggles PK, our team defense has actually been pretty good. And that has slid over the last 3 games. So we got to make sure that's, a calling card for us, one. And then, we just got to take it a day at a time, like tomorrow's game. We can't let the last 2 or 3 games, the result of those dictate a result tomorrow. You look at the standings. We're 3 points out. We're 3 points from last, and we're 3 points from being in the playoffs. It's the season is by no means over. It feels like the sky's falling. It feels like the world's ending. We had an 8-gamer last year, and we missed the playoffs by an overtime win versus a regulation win. So now, are there things that we need to clean up? For sure, but like I said, we just can't let the negativity dictate a result tomorrow. We got to come ready to play and with a little bit of swagger, and it changes so fast. One squeaks in first shift tomorrow, somehow we get rolling, and then we win. It's like, even the next 2, then it's like, we're 2-0-1 in our last 3, and everyone's like, that San Jose point is a part of 5 of 6 or whatever. It's crazy how fast it can change, but we got to dictate the change.
I appreciate your time today, Andrew. Thank you. Yeah. This is Ben Daniela Bruce with Red Wings forward Andrew Kopp. Now it's time for tonight's Keys to the Game.
Tonight's Keys to the Game.
Well, the Red Wings are back home after a California West Coast trip that started, by the way, in Pittsburgh with an overtime victory for the Red Wings, ended in San Jose, Paul, 5-4 loss. Celebrini with the game-winning goal quickly in overtime. But the next 5 of 6 are at home for the Red Wings, and a time to pick up some points here on home ice.
Which is the next 3 games. Get the Honors tonight. Got Boston Bruins in here Saturday. Then we travel to Long Island, take on the Honors in a rematch there. So there's 3 games against Eastern Conference rivals. Need to pick up some points now and move up. But help those standings in the Eastern Conference. Teams 8 through 16, those 9 teams separated by 3 single points. And the Buffalo Sabres are on the top of that group. They qualify for the wild card, but win a game, you're in. You lose a game, you're out. It's going to be a battle, and that's not going to go away. It's going to be like that the rest of the entire regular season. So every game's important. We saw last year, end up tied with the Washington Capitals. Didn't make the playoffs because of a tiebreaker. The Wings have got to get it going and get it going in a hurry.
Well, the keys to tonight's game, what do the Red Wings have to do to come away with a victory over this New York Islander club?
Well, again, just getting what Andrew Kopp was saying about the penalty killing, too. And you go, no one can tell you, go on the ice and you go do this and you go do that. It doesn't work like that. It's just you have to read the play and make the play. It's controlled chaos. Got to get going. But if you stand there and you hesitate and you doubt yourself and you think about it too much, bad things are going to happen. You just got to go out. You got to be aggressive. Got to make plays and pass it on to the next guys. Kill off your 40, 50 seconds. Next group comes up, does their job. You might come back out again, finish things off. Take pride in that, but do not let them score. It's going to be a battle of special teams. The Islanders are not good in either the power play or the penalty killing. Wings are real good in the power play. Take advantage of that. And Alex Lyon needs a bounce-back game here tonight. The Wings need this victory badly.
Well, as a matter of fact, the last time Alex Lyon posted a victory was that game in October on the island when the Red Wings only had 11 shots on goal, won that hockey game by a 1-0 count.
And like the Red Wings balance up front now, Andrew Kopp with Fischer and Rasmussen together, they play really well together. Confident now with Mountain Bergeron. You want to call that the 4th line. And then DeBrincat, Kane back together with Kasper. And Tarasenko's been good the last 3 games. He moves up in that top line. That's where he belongs. He's a 30-40 goal scorer. He's not a 3rd, 4th line player. He's got to thrive in that environment. Big to challenge him tonight. Honors are missing 2 forwards, 2 good forwards, 2 defensemen as well. Wings to take advantage of it. The Honors do have outstanding goaltending tandem in Sorokin and Varlamov.
Take a look at the injury report right now. It's brought to you by McLaren Healthcare, doing what's best. And here we are, almost in the month of December. Right now, the Red Wings are injury-free, so they're completely healthy, and that's a good sign going forward.
What's it really matter, you think? Look at the Maple Leafs now since Austin Matthews went down. 6-1. They beat the Vegas Golden Knights last night without 6 other regular forwards, and they still beat them 3-0. So it's not about 1 or 2 guys or a couple of injuries. It's how the group plays together.
Red Wings and the Islanders, second of 3 meetings on the season coming up. Glad you're in tune to Red Wings hockey on this Thursday night. We'll be back with tonight's opening face-off. Red Wings and Islanders up next on the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
The cold winter months are coming, but Wallside's 80 months no interest is generating heat. 80 months no interest with no down payment, or save an extra 20% off when you pay cash. Plus, buy one window, get one free. Call now before it's gone. 80 months no interest, or an extra 20% off. Plus, buy one, get one free. Wallside. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. I know from experience, a football team is like a family. You trust each other, you support each other, you rely on each other. That's how it is in life, especially when you've been hurt in an accident. You don't call just anyone. You turn to family for help when you're injured. And everyone knows the Bernsteins will treat you like family. And you can trust them like family. They're Michigan's first family of law for a reason. Get the Bernstein advantage. After all, we're all family around here.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
The scrape of blades, the clash of sticks. Hockey's more than a game. It's unrelenting, never give up moments that make you feel alive. And so you commit to the weekly ups and downs, the long road to the playoffs. You wear your heart on your sleeve and your jersey with pride. And when you're there for your team, the NHL shop is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLshop.com. A Fanatics experience.
Face-off is just moments away as we pause for station identification on the Detroit Red Wings radio network.
Hockey lives here.
Sagan to Ben, down low, delays, he scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
And again, we welcome you back to Little Caesars Arena in the District of Detroit, where tonight the Red Wings take on the New York Islanders, along with Paul Woods, Daniela Bruce. I'm Ken Cal. Red Wings trying to get back to their winning ways, 7-9-2 on the season, 16 points. Take on an Islander team that has points in 5 of their last 6. They are 7-5 on the season. They have 19 points.
And again, if you're the Red Wings and you play the way you started the season, you haven't played well, you're only 3 points out of the playoffs. That's actually a bit of a positive. Get back on track, play the way you can to play. I still believe it's a playoff team in the Eastern Conference.
Well, Pavel Datsyuk being honored here tonight. And, of course, he is one of the newest recipients into the Hockey Hall of Fame, rightly deserved. And, man, he dazzled the Red Wing fans for many, many years here in Detroit.
You know, Ken, too. I'll give the Hall of Fame committee a lot of credit. He goes in the first ballot. But, again, it's not always about the numbers. But 953 games, so you get that 1,000-game plateau. But 314 goals, that's not 500, not 1,000 points. But plus 249. But the combination of a high-level offense and high-level defense at the same time, 4 Selke trophies, 3 Lady Binga trophies, 2 Stanley Cups. The hardware just piled up, but just an amazing player, Pavel Datsyuk.
Nothing about Pavel. He was a human highlight reel for sure. And some of the goals that he has scored throughout his course of his National Hockey League career just mind-boggling.
Yeah, but then you get all
things he could do.
You get these guys trying these fancy plays and stuff. But again, that wasn't who he was. He was a great defensive player at the same time. And here, McZetterberg down the middle. What a combination that was for the Red Wings.
Well, Pavel Datsyuk is on the red carpet, and he is at the Red Wing logo at center ice, and the crowd cheering Pavel Datsyuk as he waves to the crowd here in Hockeytown, and we'll have the ceremonial puck drop out at center ice.
5 Olympic Games for Team Russia, 7 World Championships for Team Russia as well. He definitely played for his country, put on a great performance there.
He just did things so effortlessly out on the ice, too. And you mentioned the offense, and that's what everybody talks about, the goal scoring, but he took the puck away from a lot of talented players.
And that's what the Hart Trophy should all be about, Ken. Right now it's gone down to the top scorers in National Hockey. It should be the best two-way player. Alexander Barkov, in my opinion, should have won it last year for the Florida Panthers. He won the Stanley Cup. That's the guy that should have got the trophy, not the highest scoring guy in the league.
The other thing about Pavel Datsyuk, he was quite the character, too, off the ice. He was a lot of fun to be around. He always had the practical jokes going, too. Just a great person to be around, and, man, did he dazzle a lot of fans. And he was an enjoyable player to watch. And you just talk about some of the young players coming into the league now, and all they say is, I used to like Pavel Datsyuk. I wanted to be just like him. But what a special hockey player he was.
Yeah, really something else. And just we were fortunate to watch those guys play. Those are great Red Wing teams back in those days.
Well, let's go downstairs. Monica Natero on the red carpet.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That's Monica Natero with the Star Spangled Banner prior to the start of tonight's game between the Red Wings and the New York Islanders. Let's take a look at those starting lineups right now. And they're brought to you by Wallside Windows. We can do that. We are the factory. Call us today for a free estimate. And before we get to those starting lineups, we're going to take a look at the goal horn here because it always drowns us out. And it's Darren McCarty. You knew he had to ring it twice there. Anyway, the starting
lineup. He almost had you. Smart move, Darren. Good job. Elias Sorokin's in the goal. 99 career victories in the NHL. Very good 9-1-3 save percentage. Back in the blue line, Alexander Romanov. Here there, Noah Dobson. Up front, the top line, Bo Horvat, John Gabriel Pajot, and Anders Lee.
Alex Lyon gets a call in goal. He is scratching up the goal crease in the end to our right, limbering up. Mo Sider, Simon Edvinsson to start the game on the blue line. Up front, Andrew Kopp between Christian Fischer and Michael Rasmussen. Red Wings won the first game of 3 on the season. That was about a month ago in New York, and the Red Wings got a goal from Patrick Kane on their first shot of the game and ended up only getting 11 shots total in the game, won that one 1-0. Now Rasmussen will take the draw out at center ice as Kopp got kicked out of the face-off circle underway here in Detroit. Islanders tap it out to the Red Wing line. Mo Sider tapped it up the right wing. Fisher hustles after the puck in the corner with Ryan Pulock. He drops it now for Kopp, who bumped it back on the line to Sider. Now to Rasmussen, or make that Edvinsson. His shot off a stick comes to Anders Lee. Long lead pass over the line, and Bo Horvat swings it across, and it goes over to the right side of the ice. Pajot with a centering attempt, and it's loose right out in front of the goal, but we've got a whistle behind the play. It was offside.
Yeah, and the net came off its moorings as well, and that was a dangerous rush right there by the New York Islanders. And Bo Horvat, if he handles that pass, knocks it down with his glove, get a partial breakaway down the left side. It was a big break right there for the Red Wings. Islanders almost get a good scoring chance to start the game.
I mean, look at this New York Islander team, and somehow they just managed to get points. They have 5 overtime losses and 5 points picked up in those overtime losses, but points in 5 of their last 6 games, and they're usually right in it towards the end.
And again, about the Islanders, Anthony Duclair and Matthew Barzal still in the injury list. They've been out for a long term, but Anders Lee was on the third line. He's now back up on the top line, and all of a sudden they're a better offensive team, but 2 good NHL defensemen and 2 NHL forwards missing from their lineup.
Vladimir Tarasenko, he's got an assist in each one of his last 4 hockey games, and behind the goal, had it knocked away, turning with it in the corner. In deep, that is Palmieri to play it around the boards to Noah Dobson. Out to Palmieri, couldn't get it at center. That puck rolls out into the corner in the Red Wing zone. Petrie banks it off the boards. Now it comes back out to center ice, and that's where George will pick it up, sweep it across, pull it in across the Red Wing blue line. Swings it down into the corner. Siplikov checked it along the boards, and the Wings will tap it ahead. And there you go, DeBrincat that time. If he handles that puck, he's in cold. Now a feed pass in front for Kane. He's hooked on the play, and a penalty call coming up to the New York Islanders.
Well, like days ago, defensive play that time by the Islanders. They thought it was an icing call, I think. And DeBrincat getting down there quickly, turned around and centered it quickly. And Patrick Kane was wide open and just did miss picking up that puck. Hook from behind. And First part of the game belongs to the Red Wings.
Danielle and I were doing a forecheck show today, and we were talking about this could be a special teams matchup, and I think it favors the Red Wings. The Red Wings have the fantastic power play, and Islanders have to stay out of the penalty box.
You think we got tough problems? They're ranked 31st in power play and penalty killing. Nothing's working right there. It's amazing they're at the 500 mark. The 5-on-5 play's not that great either. They're -8. The Wings are -14.
So early in the contest, 1 minute and 18 seconds in, Pulock in the penalty box for the Islanders. He's an Islander defenseman. This Red Wing power play brought to you by Carbless, the preferred ready-to-drink cocktail of your Detroit Red Wings.
They're missing 2 of their top 6. Now it's the 3 of the top 6. The Pulock in the penalty box, and hopefully the Wings can take advantage of that.
Wings 2 power play goals in that game against the San Jose Sharks. Let's see what they can do right here. No score in the opening period. Mayfield in behind his own goal, steers it around the boards, right wing, and out to the Detroit Blue Line.
I was actually impressed with the San Jose Sharks. They've played at a high level. That coach has done a good job there. William Eklund's a good young forward.
Here's Raymond, get the feed from Sider, makes his way left circle, bumped it back in the line to Kane, shoots the puck, easy glove hand save right there by Sorokin.
He didn't like to take that shot from there. He knows he can't score, but he had 2 defenders coming at him, so he didn't want to turn it over, so he just dumped it down there. He gets a face-off and a whistle. Puck remains inside the blue line. Same 5 players stay out there for the Red Wings.
Just to give you an example of how hot the Red Wings power play has been, they have 9 power play goals in their last 9 games. So let's see if they can convert. Fresh sheet of ice here to open up the game. Here's the Brinket left circle feed down low to Kane. Behind the back feed, broken up by Dobson. Red Wings hold it at the line. Here's Sider to Raymond, top of the left face-off circle. Down low to Kane. Stick handles. Took a look. Sends it back. Here's Sider from the line. Shoots the puck through traffic wide of the New York Islander goal. Raymond dug it loose. Got it to Sider. Right circle feed to Kane. In front for Raymond. Broken up, and it's cleared down the ice by Brock Nelson.
Where Brock Nelson didn't see his teammate Palmieri on the other side. If he does, it's a 2-on-1 break for the New York Islanders.
No score in the opening period. 17:40 to go. The Wings attacking right to left. Bring it forward. Tarasenko lost the handle of it, and that allows the Islanders to pick it off again, and this time it's driven the length of the ice. Scott Mayfield doing the job right there for New York. Wings head back. Here's Casper down the middle over the blue line to Tarasenko. Bumped it back. Gustafson's pass to the blue line, deflected off the stick of Holmstrom and trickles to the Detroit blue line. Red Wings just can't seem to get set up right now in that Islander end.
This group scored a goal in the last game against San Jose in the power play. Gustafson quickly comes across the blue line, dishes it back to Tarasenko.
Tarasenko floats it into the corner. Casper trying to dig it loose. Tarasenko again muscles it free, got it down low. Casper with a feed in front, and Cup misfired on it. Got the second effort to the side of the goal. Sorokin steered it away. Shot by Tarasenko, right circle off the side of the net, and the Islanders will clear it down the ice in just 7 seconds to go in the minor penalty to Ryan Pulock.
I think Bo Horvath got back there the last second, just deflected that scoring chance, that opportunity by Andrew Kopp. If he gets that shot on goal, the Wings had a chance to snap this scoreless tie. Good play there by Horvath.
Penalty is over, and now it's Palmieri getting it over the line to Brock Nelson. He was stepped into by Johansson, Red Wings defender. And now Siplikov wheels it around the opposite way. Noah Dobson checked along the boards by Rasmussen. Brock Nelson will try to pick up the puck, helping out Siplikov to lay it to Dobson at the right point. Now it's Palmieri to steer it around the end boards. Nelson scoots it back towards the blue line. Quick shot, save made. Lyon rebound, right corner Mott. Didn't clear it out. Nelson flipped it back towards the line. It's swung over right side, barely holding it in. Dobson fired it wide of the goal. Siplikov left circle, trying to make his way in behind the Red Wing goal. He does. Skates into the right corner. In pursuit, Johansson for Detroit, and now it's muscled out to center ice, and the Red Wings will change on the go. 15:45 to go first period, no score, and the first power play of the game ends up in a Cheerio for the Red Wings.
And right after that, the best shift of the game for the New York Islanders. Kept the puck inside the Red Wing blue line for a good 40 seconds. Didn't get a shot on Alex Lyon. Long dump in. Easy glove save by Lyon. Sets it down for the defenseman.
Gustafson lays it out to center, intercepting it there at the blue line is Pulock, and he'll wrap it off the right wing boards behind the Red Wing goal. Lyon sets it up for Gustafson. Hammers it out to the blue line, held in. Quick snapper from the left point on goal. And Lyon comes up with a glove hand save, and he will hang on.
And the former goaltender Patrick Waugh back in behind the Islander bench. He replaced Lane Lambert, the former Red Wing. Halfway through last season, looked like the Islanders weren't going to make the playoffs. He got them into the playoffs. Pretty successful campaign. Good job, Seth, for taking over the coaching reins. Lane Lambert, the former Red Wing, now back in behind that Maple Leaf bench, and the Maple Leafs have moved into first place in the Atlantic Division.
So, Paul, we're flying home from California. Got the news: Jim Montgomery out as the head coach for the Boston Bruins.
It's amazing, I'll tell you. I remember the shelf life for NHL coaches about 2.5 years on average, but
quick shot at Anders Lee trying to score on the rebound. Shot came from Romanoff from the left point.
he was on the third line, Anders Lee. He's the captain of the New York Islanders. But Matthew Barzal went down with injury, got elevated back to the top line. That's where he's been for probably the last 10 seasons. He's playing much better now.
Kane tapped it ahead, and on to Brinkett, chopped it in behind the Islander goal. Romanoff circles in behind his own goal, lays it out to center ice. Little drop feed, Anders Lee over the line, turned it over. Pass over to Edvinsson, and he tried a behind-the-back feed, and he was hit by Pajot. Kane comes away with it for Detroit. His pass too far in front of DeBrincat, who was hustling down the right wing boards. And now Chalowski, the former Red Wing, he's got 2 assists in his last 2 games, sets it up behind the goal.
And Pajot is a good player, the former Ottawa Senator. He's a good defensive player, can play in the top 6 forwards if needed. He's up there now because of their injuries.
Think about Chalowski, he's an outstanding skater. And we'll watch him tonight, former Red Wing draft pick. As the puck comes to Mayfield, he scores. He shot the puck from the blue line. There was traffic in front, and I believe it was redirected right out in front of the goal.
Yeah, definitely a shot in the back. And
Holmstrom was right out in front right there and got a stick on it to deflect it in.
They had a lot of bodies down in front, a lot of bodies for the Red Wings as well, and that really bothered Alex Lyon. That shot came through there. It's probably about 2 feet off the ground, hit that stick, and went right back up above the crossbar. Little chance there for Alex Lyon. And the Islanders quickly have taken a 1-0 lead. Both teams 4 shots on goal so far.
5:51, the time of the goal by Holmstrom on the redirection, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Islanders.
Well, Lou Lamoriello just goes about his business, and it's amazing. He's still coaching. Coached for so many years of coaching. General manager for the New Jersey Devils for so many years, and now he's with the New York Islanders. But again, just keeps on rolling, and this is a deep team. He's got a lot of good players once they get healthy.
1-0 lead for New York. They'll shoot it into the Red Wing zone. Here is Rasmussen bumping it off the glass and steers it out to center ice. Isaiah George at his own blue line, hit along the blue line there by the player Kopp, and now it's in behind the goal, and Pulock lays it into the left corner. George out to center ice, and now here's Siplikov over the Red Wing line. Trying to beat a couple of defenders. Petrie tapped it away. Brock Nelson sends it deeper into the corner.
Big Russian forwards I was mentioned has a chance to win the Calder Trophy.
Now Palmieri ripped the snapper from the left circle. That one wide of the goal. Islanders, Palmieri knocked it down. Close to a high stick as he played it. Nelson chopped it into the corner. Tipped away from Siplikov. Kopp starts the rush for Detroit out to center ice. In over the Islander blue line. He'll snap it out in front. Sorokin taking no chances. He'll just smother the puck with a gloved hand in the goal crease.
The thing about the Islanders as well, they don't hurt themselves. They've just picked up 40 minor penalties so far this season. It's one of the lower totals in the National Hockey League.
First period of tonight's game is brought to you by Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Timeout, 13:08 to go. Opening period, Islanders 1, Red Wings nothing. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
Imagine a world where technology transforms the way we think about our environment. Welcome to Priority, where we're redefining the future of recycling and cleanliness with cutting-edge tech. Our innovative solutions are designed for those who demand smarter, more efficient ways to care for our planet. We're not just ahead of the curve, we're creating it. Ready to join the revolution? Visit PriorityWaste.com and see how we're setting the new standards in the industry. Priority, where technology meets sustainability.
To grow your business in the cloud, you need to make sense of your data, and Dynatrace makes it possible. With end-to-end observability powered by AI, you can unlock the insights hidden in your data, innovate faster, deliver better user experiences, and see your business like you've never seen it before. That's the power of possible. That's the power of Dynatrace. Find out how and try it for free at Dynatrace.com. That's Dynatrace.com.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at Athletico.com. Official partner of the Detroit Red Wings.
Hockey game brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network. Confidence comes with every card. Larkin out there for Detroit. Faceoff coming up in the New York Islanders zone. Circle to the left of Ilya Sorokin. Islanders control. Pulock will pick it up. He logs a lot of ice time for New York, dumping it out to center ice. Larkin feathers it across. Tarasenko tried to feed it ahead to Lucas Raymond. Chopped in behind the goal. Larkin picks it up, tried to center it out in front off an Islanders stick. Raymond on the rebound, on the retrieval. Got it around the boards. Now up the left side, Lee will tap it out to center. Pajot over the line to Lee. Anders Lee swings it into the slot. Pajot turns away from traffic. Dropped it back. A shot taken. That hit Lee off the side of the goal. Man into the corner. Edmondson will dig it loose. Hand it ahead. Larkin to Raymond out at the Red Wing logo at center. He'll pump it in on goal. Sorokin sticked it into the corner. Noah Dobson behind his own goal to chop it around the boards to Romanoff. Swings it back around the right side for Noah Dobson out to center ice, and that puck trickles into the Red Wing zone, and icing is called against the New York Islanders. 12:13 to play in the opening period, and the Islanders lead 1-0 on the Holmstrom tally.
And just one assist given out that goal for the Islanders, going to defenseman Scott Mayfield. His numbers aren't great. He's got 5 points, including 4 assists. He's a very solid stay-at-home defenseman for this Islander team. Face-off now deep in the Islander zone, but that goaltending tandem is great as well. And you've got Semyon Varlamov at your backup. You've got Ilya Sorokin as a starter. He's got 99 career wins. Face-offs won by Marco Kasper. Good job there.
Johansson misfiring with picking up the Brinkett off his stick, and it comes out to center ice. Brinkett circles with it at the Red Wing logo at center ice. Fires it in behind the Islander goal. Here's Dobson in after it. He'll chop it away from 2 oncoming Red Wings, but not out. Held in at the line. Kasper will rifle it around the boards. Here's to Brinkett with a feed in the slot. Broken up. Dobson chipped it forward. Now out to center ice. It rolls into the Red Wing zone. Johansson to pick it up for the Wings.
Well, Noah Dobson had a breakout season offensively last year. If the Islanders back in the blue line, just standing at the top of the defenseman leading scorers in the NHL, but not so much this year. Just 9 points so far this season, including 1 goal.
Gustafsson hammers it around the boards into the left corner in the New York Islander end. 1-0 Islanders. 11:24 to play first period. In behind his own goal, Isaiah George to swing it out to center ice. Engvall, he's got goals in his last 3 games. Chopped it into the Red Wing end. Petrie up the right side. Comfer, rink wide fast to Berggren. He'll dump it into the left corner. Mayfield looks over his right shoulder. Hit in along the corner boards by Tyler Mott. He's slow getting up. Mayfield is hurting. He now gets the feed. Brings it up the right side. Flips it ahead. Then he gave Comfer a little shot. Comfer doesn't like that butt end, and now the puck is sent right out in front of the Detroit goal by Brock Nelson. Stretch pass over Edmondson, over the Islander line. Fired the shot, trying to go upstairs, and he fired it over the crossbar. Siplikov scooping it up out in front of the Islander goal, dropping it back. Dobson up the right wing now, out to center ice, tapped into the Red Wing zone. Mo Sider flipping it off a stick to Edmondson. Edmondson turned it over to Brock Nelson, drops it back. Siplikov left side, a shot taken by Palmieri, and sliding over from his left to his right to make the save, Alex Lyon.
Big miscue by the Red Wings, and the Islanders a perfect execution. Took advantage of that, and Kyle Palmieri, the guy they want, coming down that left side, had plenty of time to let it go, and that's a very important save right there for Alex Lyon. Your team is struggling. You can't afford to get down too many goals. Big stop by him.
Kyle Palmieri has points in 7 of his last 9 hockey games, and he actually leads the Islanders in points with 16 coming into tonight's action.
He played out west. He played for the Islanders, I think, for a couple of seasons as well. Also spent some time earlier on the New Jersey Devils. Been a good forward for many years, Kyle Palmieri.
Islanders win the draw. Dobson, right circle shot. Lyon save. Rebound Pajot in the corner. Dobson chipped it back on the line. Here's Horvat with a chance, and he fired it. That was going wide, but gloving it off. That is Alex Lyon again.
Another smart save by Alex Lyon. Gets his team out of trouble, gives the coaching staff a chance to make a change if they decide to do that. The games last night, Carolina just continues to roll. 4-1 victory on the road against the Philadelphia Flyers. That is a well-coached team. Rob Brindamore, what a job he's done. They have lots of different players they added during the off-season, and they're all playing at a very high level. Only 2 players on the entire team have a minus number in goal differential.
And Martin Aegis is really playing well. I think he's got 30 points on the season. Long shot from the middle of the blue line by Noah Dobson, gloved off by Lyon. He will hang on.
They added 7 different players on the off-season to that roster. Had to make some moves as well. Let some certain guys go, but again, the scouting staff did a great job, and that's a new general manager in Carolina. He just continued to roll and in first place now in that Metropolitan.
Pajot in for the faceoff deep in the Red Wings zone against Marco Kasper. Here's Horvat now dropping it back. Dobson cuts to the middle of the ice, moves in, backhand try, wide of the Detroit net.
Did the Wings a favor there. He was on his forehand, decided not to shoot. He went to the backhand, didn't get much on it, and missed that far goal post by a foot.
1-0 lead for New York as Petrie finds Kane out at center ice, pushed it over in the left wing boards for DeBrincat. Over the blue line, drops it back. Kasper, he fired a shot low of the ice, centering attempt. DeBrincat with a one-time effort after getting the feed from Kane, and Sorokin with the save. It was a bang-bang play right there. It all started with Marco Kasper. DeBrincat out to the Red Wing logo at center, flips it over the line to Kane. Into the right circle, DeBrincat in close with a chance, and hugging that far goal post. Sorokin the save again.
Remember back in their Chicago days, DeBrincat and Kane played a line with the former Red Wing Pew Suter, who's now playing well for the Vancouver Canucks. They've got massive injuries as well.
But Hughes leads their team in scoring, the Vancouver Canucks.
JT Miller's going to be out for a long time, taking a leave of absence. More bad news for Rick Tocchet in Vancouver.
Got the Let's Go Red Wings chant. 9 minutes to go in the opening period. Islanders turn it over. Larkin with a quick centering attempt. Holmstrom broke free and got it out to center ice. Seider into his own zone, chased down by Engvall. Circles behind the goal, hands it off to Edvinsson. Cuts out in front of Lyons. Swings it up the right side to DeBrincat. Now to Tarasenko. Tarasenko to Raymond. Cuts inside. Now handing it off to Larkin in the left corner. Centering it out in front for Tarasenko and gloving it off Sorokin in deep.
And good work for the Wings that time. Hanging on the puck down deep in the offensive zone. Not throwing it wildly in the front. They finally got it back out there, but good defensive coverage by the Islanders. And Vladimir Tarasenko just could not get to that loose puck.
Simon Holmstrom, the lone goal scorer for the New York Islanders. They've got the 1-0 lead with 8:36 to go in the opening period. We'll be back with more in a moment from Hockey Town. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
After beating colon cancer, I'm turning setbacks into comebacks. I am Henry.
I'm pain-free and at full strength after spine surgery. I am Henry.
A life-saving delivery ensured my shift could continue. I am Henry.
When you need care to get you back on your game, trust the only care team chosen as the official team physicians for the Detroit Red Wings. Henry Ford Health. We are Henry.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know what steps to take.
Money is just scary to begin with.
There's so many question marks.
I wish there was like a home ownership coach out there.
My name's Austin. I'm an executive at Rocket. We're doing a lot, but we can do more just listening to you today.
Get real solutions to real concerns. Call 800-4ROCKET.
Rocket Mortgage LLC, LMLS number 33, LMLSconsumeraccess.org, equal housing lender license in all 50 states.
Saving on all your gifts at Meijer and saving more when you redeem MPerks rewards might sound like a holiday miracle. Getting more fresh produce and redeeming more on favorite presents? Earning points on holiday essentials and rewarding yourself with the hottest electronics. It's like getting snow on Christmas morning and someone else to shovel it. Saving on the season at Meijer is good, but saving even more with MPerks rewards? That's a good deal better. Earn points, claim rewards, and bring more good to the holidays with MPerks at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or on the Meijer app.
Fans, it's the season of giving, and we got another amazing giveaway night this Saturday. Watch your Red Wings face off against the Bruins and be one of the first 7,500 fans inside the arena. Take home a Zamboni gravy boat presented by Meijer. Visit DetroitRedWings.com/tickets today.
Can you imagine that crowd in Boston tonight? The Utah Hockey Club is on the road to take on the Bruins. Joe Sacco back in behind that bench. His first game as a head coach of the Bruins.
There's a quick deflection out in front, trying to dig it loose in front was Comfer, but Sorokin face first along the ice will smother it. I was a little bit surprised. I know the Bruins started off a little bit slow, but Montgomery has done some really good things for the Bruins over the last several years.
That's an understatement. I mean, the all-time record for the most points in a single season as a head coach, that's what Jim Montgomery did a year and a half ago. And again, last year was a successful campaign as well, but the wheels came off this year, and you had public confrontations with Brad Marchand, David Pasternak, Charlie McAvoy. Those are the three best players for the Boston. Moved the goaltending situation. Not like it was the last couple of years.
Petrie with a shot from the blue line. You can hear the poof of the pads in the background as Sorokin made the save.
And the Red Wings fourth line's out there, and they've had some quality shifts now. Good job by J.T. Comfort, Tyler Mott, and John Tanbergen.
Here's Petrie dumping it around the boards. Comfort trying to win the battle. Hands it off to Mott. Mott turns towards the front of the goal, and now it's intercepted by Brock Nelson. Worked it ahead to Siplikoff to Nelson again. He feathers it out to center ice. Sherratt chipped it in over the line, reaching for it. Mott. Pajot will intercept and steer it out to the center ice circle. Here's Comfort turning back over the line, drops it to the trailer. Berggren moving in left circle, trying to go upstairs, and he fired that one out of play in the protective netting.
They more good work with the fourth line, and Johnson and Berggren had lots of time down that left side. Owner's got a break. He just did miss that top corner. But back to Jim Montgomery, Ken, again, once the players block you out and they're not listening to the message anymore, they have to do that. General manager's got to jump in. He's got to make a move and get things that turned around. So we'll see what happens there now. But that goaltending was so good, that goaltending tandem. And really, they've both been struggling. Linus Ullmark is struggling for the Ottawa Senators. And Jeremy Swayman, they got him for, I think, 8-year contract, and his save percentage is something like .860. I mean, it's not even close.
Now the Bruins have 19 points. They want to get going in the Atlantic Division. Now breaking in behind the goal. That's Horvat. He was run out of real estate by Edvinsson. Horvat lays it out to the blue line, came out the center.
They're not the only team that wants to get it going. So imagine that the group in the Eastern Conference, 9 different teams separated by 3 points.
Yeah, quite the battle as Mayfield is battling along the near boards as it's swung free into the right corner. Turning with it, Horvat into the slot for Pajot. He is being worked over from behind. Mayfield from the right point, swished it down low. Pajot reaching for it, dropped it back to Mayfield. Middle of the blue line feed. Shot taken by Cholowski on target. Lyon the save. Rebound in the corner for Horvat. Horvat bumped off the puck for a moment. Now it's Sider stealing for Detroit.
That's a great defensive play that time by Christian Fischer. Reading it well back in his own blue line. He took the defenseman off the puck and allowed Moritz Sider to get it out for the Red Wings.
And winding down here in the opening period, Islanders lead 1-0 on the goal by Holmstrom. Islanders play it out to the blue line, broken up, held in by Detroit. That is DeBrincat to shovel it behind the net. Cholowski laid it up the left wing boards, and Matt Martin steers it ahead, and out at center ice, Kyle McLean to dump it into the Detroit zone. That went out of play.
Yeah, Matt Martin didn't start this season with the team. He was on a PTO. He's been a long-time player with the New York, I was going to say New Jersey Devils, but him and Cal Clutterbuck provided a lot of muscle for this Islander team for many, many years.
Another team that's hanging in there out west is the Seattle Kraken, and they went through some stretches of winning and losing, and right now they have 21 points, and Vancouver currently holds down the last wild card spot in the Western Conference with 21 points, but Seattle has 21 points as well.
Well, they have major injury problems. They played with the starting goaltender Thatcher Demko's getting close to returning, though. We haven't played with him all season long, and JT Miller, I think he's their most important forward. He's gone now probably for quite some time, so they're in trouble right now, the Vancouver Canucks. Elias Peterson got off to a very slow start as well.
Where Daniel Sprong had another goal for the Seattle Kraken. Second stint with Seattle. Former Red Wing last year is DeBrincat up across the line, slowed up. Now Wahlstrom to steer it across the ice into the Red Wing zone. Gustafson to play it for Detroit up the left wing for Johansson, and he muscles that puck back around the boards. Casey Cizikas, hard-working forward, got it around his own goal. Pullock tapped it to the blue line. Sherratt held it in, shot it. Now it comes back to Sherratt again, pushed it over. Kane now right circle, tipped by Kasper wide to the left side of the goal.
The second line really moved the puck well into the good scoring chance for Marco Kasper's. Got it back in behind the Islander goal, working hard, one-on-one.
Bullock tying up Kasper and behind the net. Brinkett looking for a loose puck, and now it's scooped up by Isaiah George, and he'll tap it out to center ice. Sherratt backhands it deeper into the Islander end.
Plays junior hockey, the London Knights. They got him in the 4th round, Isaiah George.
I tend to go in the opening period. It's a pretty quiet crowd right now. Islanders with a lead, 1-0. Up the left side, George brings it out to center ice, shoots it into the Red Wing zone. It bounces into the right corner. Siplikoff trying to play it. Comes into the high slot, now racing after it, Tarasenko. Over the blue line, feathers it over to Dylan Larkin. He's onside, makes his way down into the left corner, shovels it around the boards to Lucas Raymond. Raymond brings it back to the blue line. Button hook, moves down low, feathers it to Edvinsson, who's in behind the goal. Now to Lucas Raymond, to Edvinsson from the top of the left circle with a shot, and that changed direction right out in front. And now out to center ice, it's picked up by Alexander Romanoff, and he'll shoot it into the Detroit end. 4:25 left to play in the opening period. Wings are attired in the red jerseys with the white trim. They're attacking right to left as Edvinsson slowly brings it out to center ice and shoots it off the glass into the left corner in the Islanders zone. Mayfield looks over his right shoulder. Mott intercepted it, laid it quickly in the slot. Here's Petrie with a chance. It's loose off to the side of the goal. Comfer on the rebound into the corner, bumped it back in the line. Berggren now to Sherratt with a shot, and that one hit Mott. Now a centering attempt went right to the goal mouth by the player Petrie, who was in deep near the side of the Islander goal.
These newly formed lines have really got the Red Wings going offense. Another strong chip of the fourth line, but here come the Islanders coming back on a 3-on-3.
Pajot flips it over the line, touching it. There's Horvat, and that's way offside, and we've got a whistle.
It's the Red Wings fourth line against the top line for the New York Islanders. Because of that, they must stay on the ice. I think the faceoff comes all the way back inside that Islander blue line.
Every time the Red Wings score a goal this season, it will be a DT Energy Light the Lamp goal. Timeout, 3:43 to go. First period, Islanders lead 1-0. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
Hello, Detroit. SaySarah.com. SaySarah.com. Where you gonna go if you really want to save on a new used Chevrolet? What you say? What you say? SaySarah.com. SaySarah.com. Who's the number one Chevrolet volume dealer in all of Michigan, where the customer is number one? SaySarah.com. SaySarah.com. SERRA. SaySarah.com.
Together, let's drive. As the official partner of the Detroit Red Wings, Enterprise is ready to go the extra mile. We're dedicated to the most dedicated fans in the game. And with us on your team, you can move forward with confidence knowing we've got your back. We're always available with mobility solutions. Whether you need a rental, replacement, truck, or even tailored business strategies, at Enterprise, your goal is our goal. And we're ready with the assist. When it comes to Coney's, nobody does it better than National Coney Island. With convenient locations throughout Metro Detroit to serve you, National has been a part of Detroit since 1965. And they're not just about Coney's. Bring in the family for some delicious chili fries, or pancakes, or a hand-dipped chocolate shake. They're all about the food you crave, and about being fast, fresh, and friendly at your local National Coney Island restaurant.
For your hometown heroes, Little Caesars Arena, December 18th. Get a ticket package that includes a customized Michigan law enforcement, fire, or EMS jersey. Additionally, all purchases will go to benefit a charitable organization in your community. Score your tickets today before they sell out at DetroitRedWings.com/special offers.
This amazing job in Toronto. Again, they've changed that team, the chemistry of that team. They're much better back in the blue line. They're much bigger back in the blue line. And again, the goaltending situation, so much better. Anthony Stolarz with Justin Wall last night. It was a 1-0 game into the third period. But now the Maple Leafs have found ways to win those games. In years gone by, they couldn't.
Leafs turn it over behind their own goal as it's bumped back to the blue line. Pulock. Now to Holmstrom, he's the goal scorer, shoots the puck, redirected by Cizikas in front. He's tied up by Gustafsson, didn't get the rebound, and Lyon to tap it into the corner.
We mark that defensive play down. Eric Gustafsson, what a great job there, one-on-one against Cizikas. If he doesn't handle him, it's easily 2-0 at New York.
And that Cizikas is a pretty strong forward. Not a big guy, but he's pretty stocky and pretty strong. As George drops it back, now as Pulock will bring it ahead.
And because of injuries, he's moved up in the third line with Pierre Engvall and Simon Holmstrom.
Ziplikov shot one off a Red Wing stick wide of the goal. The Wings dump it down the ice. Romanoff in pursuit with Marco Kasper. Romanoff's going to get there first and feed it ahead to Brock Nelson, who drops it back to Noah Dobson. Feathers it in front of the penalty box. Ziplikov dodges a check and rolls it softly into the Red Wing zone. 2:35 to go in the opening period. 1-0 lead for the Islanders. Kasper across the Islander line will shoot that puck into the corner. Ziplikov will handle it for the Islanders. In front of his own bench, Kasper back checking, almost knocked it loose. Now Brock Nelson trying to go through two defenders, had it taken away by Marco Kasper. Nice pass to Kane over the blue line. Kane's drop feed is intercepted, played by Horvat out to the red line at center ice.
And there's a dangerous play by the captain, Bo Horvat, just throwing the puck in the middle of the ice. That usually doesn't fare well for teams when you make that play in the neutral zone.
Here's Dylan Larkin now after the puck in the corner. Flipped that puck off the side of the goal. Mayfield checked it along the end boards. Hustling over on the right side. Now it comes out to the blue line. Petrie holds it in to Dylan Larkin. Now to Raymond, fending off a check with his right arm. Swings it out in front. Cutting hard to the front of the goal was Petrie. Turnaround shot from long range taken by Sherratt. It ends up in the far corner. Larkin dug it loose. Got it now to Tarasenko. What he was doing there, he feathered it across the ice, and that went out of play.
It went off the stick. He was trying to dump it in front. But that's that play I just keep talking about again. If you haven't got a play you're not sure about, just hang on to yourself. Button hook, start skating. Move away from the defensive player. Make him work. And then when you start moving like that, one of your teammates will come to your aid. He'll come towards you. And now you can either dish it off to him or keep it yourself or fake either way. And that's, in my opinion, what breaks down the opposing team's defense. But just throwing it wildly like that, rarely has anything ever happened in today's NHL. I'll tell you one thing that's encouraging. The Red Wings have 4 lines, and most of them have all had some quality shifts in the offensive zone. In the games, the previous games, that wasn't the case. Our 3rd and 4th lines were getting in very little done.
Red Wings out shooting the Islanders 12-9. Islanders have the lead, though, 1-0. Edvinsson with a shot, and that's off the leg of Holmstrom into the corner. Casey Cizikas to dump it out of harm's way and out to the Red Wing line. Berggren got the feed from Edvinsson. Dobson goes down after trying to check the Red Wing forward. Berggren, who picked it up in the left corner now in the Islander zone. Back to the line it comes to Edvinsson at the left point. He'll rattle it along the boards and behind the net. Comfort dragged down by Dobson. Play continues. Crowd wanted a penalty. Not going to get it.
I think the crowd is right on that.
Out at center ice with a minute to go. The Islanders sweep it into the Detroit zone. Edvinsson brings it forward for Detroit. Hands it in front of the penalty box for Kopp. Palmieri intercepted it. Swings it over across the ice for Siplikov. Rasmussen with a check on him, but Siplikov's second effort dumped it in behind the Red Wing goal from center ice.
Well, he was real good against the San Jose Sharks, Michael Rasmussen, especially in that second period.
Palmieri to the blue line. Mayfield shot blocked by Edvinsson. Edvinsson had it bumped up away from him. Second effort. Koppel lifted out in front of the penalty box. Mayfield drops it back to Isaiah George. 20 seconds to go in the opening period. Islanders lead 1-0 on the Holmstrom goal. George circles back, far circle in the Islander zone. Hands it off to Mayfield. He'll flip it into the air and out to the Detroit blue line. Casper dumped it across for Petrie along the right wing. Now to center ice to Brinkett. Drops it back. 6 seconds to go. Casper knocked down. Now checked it along the corner boards. Mayfield trying to dig it away. There goes the horn, and the period comes to a close. The Red Wings outshoot the Islanders, but New York on the deflection goal by Simon Holmstrom. That's the difference. Islanders 1, Red Wings nothing after 20 minutes.
Not much separates these two teams right now. Both teams had some good moments in the opening period. 3 points to be exact. The Islanders 3 more points than the Red Wings in the Eastern Conference standings, and the Islanders take a 1-0 lead, but the Wings had some good moments in that first 20 minutes. Just keep building off of that and hope to come back and get a point, hopefully a point, maybe 2 against the Islanders tonight.
Shots on goal in the opening period brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevrolet dealers. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. And 12 shots for the Red Wings, Paul, and 9 for New York.
The conference line was real good with Tyler Mott and Jonathan Berggren. Lots of energy in the offensive zone. Could easily score a goal. Kopp and Rasmussen. Fisher did their job. Fisher, real good defensive play back in his own zone. Kane was good with DeBrincat and Casper. And that line had some chance. And Dylan Larkin with Raymond and Tarasenko. Probably a line that we can need a little bit more of now as the second and third period get ready to start. Back on the blue line again, Gustafsson made a really good defensive play. And Cizikas with Albert Johansson, the third pair. Petrie and Schott was good tonight. And Edvinsson and Siders, they usually do. Very strong back on the blue line. Alex Lamb, not much he could do on that goal. It got deflected about 2 feet above the ice, right below the crossbar. That's a major deflection. Hard for any goaltender to make that save. Just got to be fortunate to have it hit you.
Oh, when you look at the New York Islanders, what's their identity? What comes to mind when you watch them play?
I don't know. That's a good question, Ken. And it's just they're not a great defensive team, and they're really not a great offensive team, And again, they've got some injuries, though. I mean, Matthew Barzal up front, Anthony Leclerc, those are dangerous guys. You put them on the top line or the second line, they're going to look totally different than 2 defensemen back in the blue line. So they're a better team than we saw right here tonight, but somehow just find a way to win games and get themselves in the playoffs. And they don't last long in the playoffs. We got to give them credit. They always seem like they're qualifying.
It just seems like every game they're just close in, and they pick up points, even though they might not win in overtime, but they get to overtime and pick up points.
But I think the thing they've got, Ken, is what we've got this year, and we're vastly improved in our goaltending. And Cam Talbot took the loss in the last game, but I thought he was very competitive in that game and gave us a point, gave us a chance to get to 2. And Alex Lyon's been good all season long the last 2 seasons. So one of the great goaltending tandems of the National Hockey League. And Lou Lamoriello, he's old school. It starts with goaltending.
Hey fans, Thanksgiving Eve is always a great party time in Hockey Town. We want you to see you here next week as the Red Wings take on the Calgary Flames the day before Thanksgiving. Get the gang together, enjoy the vibes of downtown right here at Little Caesars Arena. Score your tickets right now before They're all gone at DetroitRedWings.com/tickets.
And again, those numbers at Pavel Datsyuk, you look at it, 953 games played in the National Hockey League, 918 points plus 249. That's a number that really stands out. 157 playoff games, and he ended up with 113 points, helping his team win those 2 Stanley Cups.
Just an amazing talent, Pavel Datsyuk. We're in the first intermission here in Detroit. Glad you're in tune to Red Wing hockey this Thursday night. Islanders lead the Red Wings 1-0. Our first period break is brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Jeff Rieger's in our 1-800-CALL-SAM studios tonight. He's coming up next. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. Equinox EV and the all-new Equinox offer award-winning quality and style to see you through the holiday season. See why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Chevy, official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings.
Hurry up and try Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're 4 fun-sized Crazy Puffs packed with layers of pepperoni, cheese, and sauce, and perfect on the go. Enjoy Crazy Puffs on a unicycle. Whoa! In a hot air balloon! Or riding piggyback on your friend Keith. Faster, Keith, faster!
Can I have a delicious Crazy Puff?
Sorry, Keith, they're too tasty. Whee! Try Little Caesars Crazy Puffs on the go for only $3.99.
Pizza.
Available at participating locations. Prices may vary. Prices higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and third-party online sites, plus tax.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need. And will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Wings fans, skate into bliss this season with Carbliss. The no-carb, no-sugar, 100-calorie premium vodka cocktail. With power play flavors like black raspberry, pineapple, cranberry, and lemon lime, there's a Carbliss flavor for everyone. Find ice-cold Carbliss at Little Caesars Arena all season long, at retailers near you and at drinkcarbliss.com. Carbliss, an official ready-to-drink cocktail of your Detroit Red Wings.
You don't like to brag, but you're a pretty impressive person. You're detail-oriented, have a great work ethic, and you're a great communicator. Stop being so modest. Use all your amazing qualities to start a career at UWM. You'll get paid training, growth opportunities, and enjoy our inclusive workplace culture. Of course you don't want to take credit for your awesomeness. That's so you. Apply at uwmjobs.com today. Opportunity lives here.
Made it 1-0 Islanders.
As the puck comes to Mayfield, he scores. He shot the puck from the blue line. There was traffic in front, and I believe it was redirected right out in front of the goal.
Wings do try to come back. Doesn't happen in the first period. That would do it for the scoring. Shots on goal in favor of Detroit, 11-9. Both teams had 11 hits. Wings won more faceoffs, 10-7. Just one power play in the game. It went to Detroit. They did not convert. 1-0 Islanders after one. Scoring summary brought to you by Dynatrace Cloud Done Right. Coming up next, Ken Cal back in LCA. We'll talk to him about things on the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
Discover
Discover fantastic holiday gift ideas at low prices this week at Meijer. Enjoy 20% off select board games and puzzles for the whole family. Get 20% off select Lego playsets. Save $170 on a KitchenAid 5.5 quart stand mixer, now only $279.99. Experience the sense of the season when you save 30% on Yankee Candle products. Shop in-store or online at Meijer.com, and you'll receive the same low prices no matter how you choose to shop. Exclusions apply.
Dearborn brand products are a taste of tradition, and we support the Wings because nobody represents tradition better in sports. Fall is here, and Dearborn brand would like to help you celebrate the hockey season with the same great sausage and hot dogs served at Little Caesars Arena. Available all over Metro Detroit and at our Dearborn and Roseville factory stores. Visit DearbornBrand.com for locations near you and to see our mouth-watering selection of hams, sausage, hot dogs, and snacks. Remember, it's DearbornBrand.com. Get ready, Little Caesars Arena, because light beer just got better. And Sam Adams is here to elevate your game day experience. With the clean, crisp taste of American Light, you're not just grabbing any light beer, you're upgrading to the best in the game. It's smooth, easy drinking, and oh, so refreshing. You'll be reaching for another one in no time. Plus, American Light is brewed right here in the USA using all-American sourced ingredients. Sam Adams American Light Beer. Because when life calls for a cold one, it's always Sam season.
Roofman for all your roofing needs for 3 generations. Go to roofmanusa.com or call 734-662-3300.
Islanders up on the Wings 1-0 after 20 minutes of action in downtown Detroit. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Detroit Red Wings.
The best hockey
All
lives
3
here.
Canucks are back. Shen, Perron, Schwartz, they score!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Time now for the intermission conversation brought to you by Meijer, the official hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Get you back to downtown Detroit, Little Caesars Arena. The voice of the Red Wings, Kenny Gale, standing by. What's going on, Ken?
Jeff, I missed you in California there, and I was thinking about you when I was poolside there, you know, with the burnt coconut, and I know you always give me some problems with that, but yeah, I was thinking about you out there in California.
Here's what I don't understand. Off day in California, pool maybe in the morning, golf in the afternoon, a nice dinner at night. I mean, that sounds fantastic. I would actually, if I were you guys, whoever makes the schedule, I would petition saying, could you get us to California maybe in February when it's really cold in Detroit?
You know what? You think about the pool and the golf course and everything. You know what we did on Sunday? We watched football all day.
That
so
works
we were inside watching NFL football the whole day.
You know, that definitely works too. So give me your thoughts on the first period. I think a lot of fans at Little Caesars Arena watching, listening today are wondering what Red Wing team shows up. Are they going to see the team that they saw in California? I don't think they enjoyed their California trip, or a team that outshot the Islanders in the first period, but they still do trail 1-0.
Not a bad period, really wasn't. I thought both teams kind of clamped it down defensively. Red Wings outshot them 11-9, but you know, it just seems like something's missing, and I can't put my finger on it, but it just doesn't seem like the Red Wings are clicking, especially in that offensive zone. And you know, I don't know if it's, you know, thinking of the pass first before shooting the puck, but it just seems like they're not getting the traffic in front of the net. And we heard from Derek Lalone in the pregame show saying how teams now shut things down in the middle of the ice, and it's really hard to get to the front. But you know what? That's how you got to score. And if you're used to playing around the perimeter, somehow you got to get to the front of the net, and you've got to cause some chaos in front and get rebounds. And I just didn't see too much of that in the opening period. But you know, we got the first game back after a West Coast trip is always tough. Maybe the Red Wings didn't have their legs under them, but hopefully the next 2 periods will be a little better.
You know, Ken, speaking of Derek Lalone, I was listening to his pregame comments when he was talking this morning to the media, and he said anything that happens early on in the season gets over-magnified. So they're 19 games in. They're 7-9-2 on the season. I don't think the Red Wing fans are all that happy about it. They probably wanted a little more. But give me your thoughts about what you've seen through the first 19, 20 games here of the season. You said maybe there's a little something missing. Can you expound on that?
Well, I don't know what it is. That's why I'm trying to put my finger on it. But here's the thing. I think points are just as valuable in the first couple months of the season as they are at the end of the season. I just remember Scotty Bowman, Kenny Holland in particular, always used to say we want to bank away those points early on because we don't want to worry about having to get them late in the year when teams ramp it up, and they're in playoff mode in the last 3-4 weeks of the season. So, I just think that all these games are missed opportunities if you don't get points. And I know Anaheim's playing a lot better right now. After the Red Wings lost to them, they've won their last 2 hockey games. They beat Dallas and won the other night, so they're playing better hockey right now. But still, you gotta somehow find a way to beat those teams. And the Red Wings were in great position against Anaheim. They had a 2-goal lead going into the third period and came away with nothing. So, these points against these teams early in the season are going to be, missed opportunities if you don't get them. And then I was looking at the schedule in April, and man, is it going to be tough. The Red Wings play Florida twice, Tampa Bay, Carolina, Dallas, Toronto, New Jersey, and Montreal's in there too. But you look at that, St. Louis is in the mix too. But out of the last 9 games, the Red Wings have some tough games. So if it comes down to where the Red Wings need points in April, man, they're going to have a tough schedule. Most of those games too are on the road.
Currently 3 points out of a playoff spot, of course, really early. All right, last one for you, Kenny, the Magic Man, Pavel Datsyuk in the house. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame rather soon. What's the Ken Cal #1 memory about Pavel Datsyuk?
There's so many. I remember that little lob shot that he put on that Blackhawk goaltender, and I think that was in a shootout, and he just turned him inside out. I mean, there was one play, too. He was in the corner. I can't remember what team it was against, and he just faked the guy out 3-4 times and then made a pretty pass to a teammate who scored the goal. And I remember that's when Joey Kosar was the video guy for Detroit, and Pavel was a rookie in the league. And when Pavel came to the bench, Joey said, Pavel, in this league, you only have to deke him once. You don't have to turn him inside out 3-4 times. One's good enough. And, he was just amazing out there. I called him the Barry Sanders on skates because you never knew what he was going to do, but somehow he just, it was like Sergei Fedorov, too. I always said when Sergei came down the wing, everybody stood up. And it's the same thing with Datsyuk, especially in a shootout or if he was on a breakaway. You always wanted to know what he was going to do, and somehow he found a different way to score each and every time. And he was just one heck of a hockey player. And you talk to these young players coming into the National Hockey League now who watch his highlights on YouTube, and even they're amazed at all the great things that he did.
Yeah, I know Alex DeBrincat said was his favorite player growing up, and he hoped to tell him that today. Ken Cal, great stuff as always. We appreciate the time. We'll catch you in the second period. Thanks, man.
All right.
The great Ken Cal. Coming up next, we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to Detroit Red Wings hockey.
At Trinity Health Michigan, we see the person behind the patient. Not just their symptoms, but a person with hopes, smiles, and a life. A life we're here to get you back to. We have the expert medical teams and technology of a national health system, and we offer personalized care that treats all of you. Learn more at trinityhealthmichigan.org. Trinity Health, we see all of you.
Hey, it's Ken Cal, voice of the Red Wings. There's a homegrown squad that's been around even longer than the Wings. Rose Pest Solutions turned pro over 160 years ago and has dominated pests ever since. Rose safeguards your home or business against pests like bedbugs, cockroaches, rodents, and spiders. Their technicians are also equipped to meet all safety regulations. That's why Rose is an official partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call Rose at 800-966-ROSE or go to rosepestsolutions.com.
Hey, hockey fans, get ready to launch your game day experience to another dimension with Tangerine Space Machine, the out-of-this-world hazy IPA brewed by our friends at New Holland Brewing in Holland, Michigan. Tangerine Space Machine is a can of intergalactic hazy goodness that is smooth, easy drinking, and just the right kick of citrus. And if you love Tangerine Space Machine, don't miss out on the cosmic flavors of Peach Space Machine, both available throughout Little Caesars Arena and featured at the New Holland Bar inside the 1701 pub on the mezzanine level outside Portal 57. Let's go Wings!
The Michigan Lottery presents a pop quiz that's almost as easy as new Cash Pop. Question 1. How many numbers does it take to win Cash Pop? A, 1. Question 2. How many Cash Pop numbers do you choose from? Is it A, 15? Question 3. How much can you win playing Cash Pop? A, up to $5,000? Okay, if you answered A, you deserve a Cash Pop. Match 1 and you won. New from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Save time every time when you use online check-in for a great haircut at Great Clips. Proud partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Download our app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
Jeffrey, go back in the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. Go ahead, check the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Rocket Mortgage, Buy, Sell, Finance, and Save. Games going on right now in Boston. Jim Montgomery no longer the head coach there. Currently with Utah, scoreless game. They're in the first intermission. Knights up on the Sens in Ottawa 1-0. That's in the first intermission. Jack Eichel gets his 6th of the season there. Devils lead the Hurricanes 2-1. Second period just underway. Jesper Bratt gets a goal. He's got 9 on the season. Also, Capitals on top of the Avalanche 1-0. Luc Dubois scores in that one. That's his 2nd of the season. In the second period, Lightning all over the Blue Jackets 3-1. Cam Atkinson gets his 1st. Also, Brandon Hagel gets his 9th. In that one, Braden Point gets his 11th. All right, let's get you back to downtown Detroit. 1 in the book, second just about to get going. Wings some work to do. They trail the Islanders 1-0. Ken Cal, Paul Woods, Daniela Bruce, second period. Take it away, guys.
Hi, thanks, Jeff. Both the Red Wings and the Islanders have made their appearance out onto the ice. Red Wings out shooting the Islanders 11-9. And, Paul, your overall impressions of the first 20 minutes?
Pretty good up here in hockey play. Just a break for the Islanders. Threw the puck towards the net. Got deflected in front. Went upstairs below the crossbar. Not much chance for Alex Lyon. But Wings controlled the play a little bit more. Shot totals back that up. Evans had a good game. 7:45. He's becoming a consistent player, just like Ritza Sider. Sider at 8 minutes for the Red Wings. I thought the Red Wings, a fourth line, had much more energy. They had some outstanding shifts in the offensive zone. Second, the line was dangerous as well. It's Brinket and Kane in that group. I thought the first line needs to pick up the pace a little bit. Tarasenko moving up with Raymond and Dylan Larkin. That's got to be better. In that third line, they do their job. They're a good defensive line checking. And it's good to get their Rasmussen back with Christian Fischer and Koppen. And both Koppen and Fischer made some good plays back inside the blue line.
Tampa Bay Lightning currently in third spot in the Atlantic Division, and in the third period, they're in Columbus tonight. They have a 1-goal lead, 3-2 over the Columbus Blue Jackets.
And there's a team that's much improved. Andrei Vasilevsky, he came back last year halfway through, really wasn't himself. And he had to come down the left side. There's Bo Horvat, and his lead fell down. Puck comes outside into the neutral zone.
Horvat late coming back out of the zone. Now he tags up and the play continues. Wings are attacking left to right. Sider bumped it up the right side off the stick play to Kane to center. And now George to squeeze it down into the corner of the Detroit end.
Patrick Roy's got a good problem because once Matthew Barzal comes back in the third, does not have to put him down on the top line. That line's playing well. He can move them on the second or third line. And they'll give much more depth to the New York Islanders.
I think Patrick Roy thought of Pavel Datsyuk in his days when he was coming in on him.
Well, I think the respect is probably mutual when you start talking about those two guys. I think Datsyuk probably a bit worried about Patrick Roy, and Roy a little bit worried about Pavel Datsyuk.
Here's Paul Marion up over the blue line, drop pass right circle, Siplikov shot, ends up in behind the Red Wing goal, chopping it down Petrie. Hammers it around the opposite way, Brock Nelson scooping it up into the slot for Kyle Palmieri. Center it out in front off the skate of Sherrod, who banked it off the boards to Lucas Raymond. Up the right side to Larkin, quickly out to center, over the blue line to Tarasenko, moving in, shoots the puck, pad save from Sorokin.
That's what Wings need from him. He can score from long range. Larkin steals it away. He's got it.
There's Larkin dropping it back to Tarasenko, comes back in the line to Gustafsson. He shoots the puck, it's blocked off a body, comes over to the left side of the ice. Gustafsson bangs it around the boards.
That's the third pair out there for the Wings, and Gustafsson's made some good plays so far tonight.
I think the Red Wings are more effective when they're moving around, especially in the middle of the ice, as Engvall will pick it up, goals in his last 3 games.
When it comes to checking a player, that's exactly right. If you're standing still, it's a lot easier for the defensive player. But you start to move and make him make some decisions, the job gets much more difficult.
Islanders shoot it into the Red Wing zone. Both teams changing on the go. 2 minutes gone by in the second period. 1-0 lead for the Islanders. Puck sent around the boards into the far corner. Chalowski hammers it up the right wing, out to center ice, flipped ahead. Martin overskated the puck, and now it's worked into the corner by Wahlstrom. Comfer sends it around the right side of the ice. Didn't clear it out. Now it comes out to center ice as Chalowski couldn't hold it in.
It's a big hit right there by Matt Martin on JT Comfer. That's how he makes a living. Still one of the toughest guys in the National Hockey League, Matt Martin.
Here's McLean going after the puck and behind the Red Wing goal, and Mott finishes off with a body check as it's rolled up the right wing, and unable to control the puck was Comfer. Down the ice it goes. Chalowski will touch it, icing the call against Detroit.
Not many times does the fourth line get a surname in the game of hockey, but that's how good that fourth line was. The Islander, Casey Zizekas was the center iceman. They had Matt Martin on one side, Cal Clutterbuck on the other side, and they called that the identity line. If the other coaching staff and the team would be struggling, just throw that line out there, and they start taking the body and delivering big body checks, getting lots of hits, and they get the pressure going, and next thing, momentum would shift back towards the Islanders' way. They were a very effective line for many, many years.
Here's a pass, comes off the stick of Horvat. Pollock with a shot off a stick in front, and the Red Wings will pick it up, pop it into the air, and it's off the shoulder of Sherratt. Sherratt picks it up now into the New York zone, and the play is whistled down. It is offside in the Islanders zone. Tonight's second period is brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group, Jack Demmer Ford, and Jack Demmer Lincoln. Discover the Demmer difference.
Another similarity of these two teams is neither team gets many points by the defensemen. The Wings have 25 points as a group. 3 goals for the Red Wings. Islanders just 31 points to the group back there, and just 4 goals from the defensemen. And that's really a key to any NHL team, successful team, is getting some offense from the defense.
Noah Dobson had a really good year offensively last year.
Yeah, and this year he's dropped right down, just 9 points on the season.
Engvall backhands the puck from center into the corner. Cizikas first man the puck, circles in behind the goal, and he is belted there by the Red Wing player. Johansson took him to the ice, and Fisher slides it into the right corner in the Islander end.
Another good defensive play by Albert Johansson. His third line's been very effective. No chance to pick up a minor penalty in that clean hit.
Mayfield dug it loose. Pinballs off a stick to the blue line. Johansson shovels it around the end boards. Gustafsson had it knocked away by Mayfield, and that puck slides out to the Red Wing line. Now here is Johansson preparing the breakout. Stutter step move to get away from Cizikas. Got it up the right wing boards. It's off the stick of Kopp. Still trying to battle for it in front of the penalty box with Pajot. Kopp tied up by Pajot, and it's worked into the New York Islanders zone. Mayfield bumped it off the boards out to center, and Cizikas to slide it back deeper into the Red Wing end. 1-0 Islanders with the lead. Holmstrom on the redirection goal early in the hockey game, the difference. Here comes Sider at the red line. He'll shoot it into the corner in the Islander end. Mayfield chopped it up the wing, not out, held in. Here's Edmondson with a shot. Pinballs into the corner. Kane to pick it up for Detroit. He's forced out to center ice and picking up the puck at the zone blue line. Sider to roll it softly across the Islander line. Mayfield flipped it out to center ice in front of the Islander bench. Trickles deeper into the Red Wing zone. Sider on the reverse to Edmondson. And Edmondson outlets it to Kane, and now he'll flip it at center ice for DeBrincat. Gets over the blue line, moves into the left circle. DeBrincat turns with it in the corner, sends it to the line. Edmondson with a shot through traffic, rebound in front. Here's Kane, he's got Sorokin pulled. He's forced in behind the goal, and now Brock Nelson drops it back, and the Islanders come back on a 3-on-3. Palmieri over the blue line, makes his way down left circle. Turns in the corner, sends it back on the line. Romanoff now. Here's a shot by Pollock from long range, and the glove save by Alex Lyon.
You know it, this Dennis Cholowski actually makes a good defensive play on Patrick Kane. If Kane can pull that puck up above the goal line, he probably taps it in to tie the game 1 goal apiece. Cholowski played just over 2 minutes back in the opening period, but a good defensive play there by the former Red Wing.
They're bringing Daniela Bruce right now. You had a chance to talk about Marco Kasper on centering that line with Kane and DeBrincat tonight.
Yeah, the young center getting an opportunity to be in between two players like that. I asked him if he ever thought he'd be centering a line that had Patrick Kane on the wing, and he laughed a little bit and said, no, when I was growing up watching Patrick Kane on those Chicago teams, I didn't really think that would be the opportunity for me, but he was really excited to do so. Him and Derek Lalonde also talked about this too, that Marco can kind of drive the line, and he can open up space for players like Alex DeBrincat and Patrick Kane, and Marco's really good at winning battles and keeping possession of the puck. The type of player that Alex DeBrincat and Patrick Kane need to keep possession of the puck and create scoring chances. So excited to see that line get going.
Well, we're excited to see the Red Wing power play coming up now as Romanoff shot that puck over the side glass into the crowd. Second power play of the night coming up for the Wings.
He's playing career game number 300. Alexander Romanoff for tonight's a former Montreal Canadian defenseman. That's just a needless minor penalty. Really wasn't that much pressure on him, but tried to bank it off the glass, and he got it too high, and that gives the Red Wings a chance to tie it up on a power play.
Red Wing power play coming up. Second of the game brought to you by Carbliss, the preferred ready-to-drink cocktail of your Detroit Red Wings. Romanoff offered delay of the game at 5:19. Red Wings huddling up top of the far circle in the Islander end. Again, the Red Wings 16 for 50 coming into tonight's game, second in the National Hockey League at 32%.
And again, they're not a good penalty-killing team. They win the face-off. Actually, Larkin wins the draw, but goes between the two defenders. But the linesman saying it wasn't dropped fair. That's a break for the Red Wings.
There's Kane and Sider that were on the point right there, and the puck just went right through the middle between them both. And now DeBrincat will take the face-off against J.G. Pajot. want to get the power play goal to tie it up. Wings with a draw. Sider pitched it forward. Now Raymond trying to get away from Mayfield. Larkin swoops in to pick it up in the corner, swings it in the high slot. Here's Kane over left circle and misfiring. That was Raymond, but he got a knuckler towards the side of the goal, knocked away by Sorokin. And now delivered by Holmstrom, penalty killing roll down the ice.
Then good puck moving game of the Wings, and Lucas Raymond loved that one back, so sort of fanned it a little bit and didn't get the shot where he wanted towards the Islander goal.
I'd still like to see the Red Wings shoot a little more and try to get those rebounds. To brink it over the line, pass left circle, Kane with a shot. Mayfield got a stick on it to deflect it away.
Great defensive play again by Mayfield.
Sider middle the blue line, hands it off, right circle Larkin. Larkin with a pivot, stumbled a little bit, moves it down, bottom of the circle for Kane. Kane shoots it to the side of the goal, a tip from the left side, and shaking his head is DeBrincat as he wanted to put that one behind Sorokin.
He almost did. It's a shot pass from Patrick Kane right on the tape and just bounced off the stick of Alex DeBrincat.
Larkin over the line, pushes it left side, Tarasenko bumped it to Raymond, couldn't hold it in, it comes out to center ice. Here's Larkin winding it up, passing it over the line to Tarasenko. Now to Kane, but it's broken up, short-handed, pass out to Holmstrom, but coming back quickly to intercept is Gustafsson.
Young defenseman George, he's out there in a critical situation. If he makes that pass right, Simon Holmstrom here could have a good chance down the left side. Still time for the Wings in the power play.
Half a minute to go on the Red Wing man advantage, 1-0 Islanders. Casper in the corner, pumped it up the wing. Holmstrom couldn't dig it away from Comfort, tapped it down low. Here's Casper to the front of the goal with a backhand try, and he came out like a charging bull from the corner. Casper did. Sorokin the glove save.
More pushing and shoving across the other side. Vladimir Tarasenko getting involved right there, but again with Mayfield. Mayfield's been busy all night long. Easily the Islanders' best defenseman, Marco Casper. A power move, you like to see that. Brought it hard to the front of the net and try to beat him in the backhand, but a very good save by Ilya Sorokin with no rebounds.
Now see, that's what I really like. I like when you go hard to the front of the net like that, because you can cause some chaos, and it's tough to defend too when that puck's bouncing around like that.
That's what we saw in San Jose in that second period. Again, the Red Wing forwards just much more aggressive, especially Michael Rasmussen. Then we get this game tonight, and we've seen very little of that from Michael Rasmussen, that third line with Andrew Kopp and Christian Fischer.
19 seconds to go on the Red Wing power play. 1-0 lead for the Islanders. Battle for it in behind the New York net. Dobson pins the puck with a stick blade in along the boards. Comfort trying to jam it loose. Now it comes into the corner for Bo Horvat. Flips it out to Pajot at center. In over the blue line. Drops it off. Horvat, penalty is over. Now to Dobson, right circle with a shot. That's off a Red Wing stick and wide of the cage.
Defensive play by Andrew Kopp. Dobbs took a long time to get that shot off that helped the Red Wings defense.
Well, the Red Wings 0 for 2 with a man advantage. 12:24 to go, second period, and the Islanders lead 1-0.
That second power play was much more dangerous than the opening one. Again, the Wings again. Andrew Kopp quickly across the line. That pass deflected by the Islander defense.
Pajot bumped it ahead to Horvat. He stopped. Now quickly up the right side, skates Rasmussen. Down low, brings it out to the side of the goal, trying to send it out in front. Short side, ends up in the corner. Fischer knocked down off to the side of the Islander goal. Now he'll pick it up and bump it ahead. Top of the near circle, Horvat will intercept. Swing it over on the right wing, and Dobson will take it deeper into his own end, and all over him is Rasmussen.
Dobson's made a couple of mistakes back inside his blue line.
Finally, the Wings are on a change, and they bump it ahead to center. Here's Larkin in over the line. Drop pass Raymond. Moving in. Shoots the puck. Sorokin the save. Rebound comes right out in front and cleared away, and we've got a whistle.
Penalty come up against the Islanders again. Going to be a slashing call against New York, and the Wings definitely seizing control of his hockey game now. 15 shots to the Red Wings. Islanders stuck at 10, and the Wings going right back on the power play.
It'll be the third power play of the game for the Red Wings. We'll be back with that Red Wing man advantage in a moment. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
The McLaren Proton Therapy Center at the Karmanos Cancer Institute offers the most powerful and precise radiation oncology treatment available. Using the latest generation technology, we're able to deliver high doses of radiation to the exact size and shape of your tumor while avoiding surrounding healthy tissue and organs. That means we can eliminate cancer with an unmatched precision, resulting in fewer side effects and improved outcomes for patients. To learn more, visit mclaren.org/proton therapy.
Wings fans looking for the best poker? Well, the puck stops here. PokerStars is America's #1 poker app. With more games, more players, more chances to win, and the most generous rewards program in the game. New customers get $100 in free play. Download the app and sign up today. 21 plus and present in Michigan. Opt-in and poker wager required within 5 days of sign-up. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable poker tournament tickets and casino site credit that expires in 7 days. See terms at pokerstars.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help.
The cold winter months are coming, but Wallside's 80 months no interest is generating heat. 80 months no interest with no down payment, or save an extra 20% off when you pay cash. Plus, buy one window, get one free. Call now before it's gone. 80 months no interest, or an extra 20% off. Plus, buy one, get one free. Wallside. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Well, the Red Wings back on the power play. This will be their third consecutive power play. Back-to-back here in the second period. Tried to tie it up. It's 1-0 New York. And this Red Wings power play, again, brought to you by Carbliss, the preferred ready-to-drink cocktail of your Detroit Red Wings. Well, sooner or later, that power play is going to click. And Red Wings, Paul, do you think they had good opportunities the last time?
Well, that's not the problem. Like, they're second best in the National Hockey, getting lots of good looks, just high skill, and they got two groups now that can really cause some problems. Wings player John Larkin broke his stick in the face-off, put through the bench, get another one.
Raymond throws it to the line. Larkin's got that loose stick out there as Sider will pick it up, move it top of the left circle. Raymond down low to Brinkett. Now to Sider, off his stick blade, and the Red Wings have to regroup out at center ice.
Rare mistake by Moritz Sider. Had plenty of time back in the blue line. 15th overall in every ice time in the National Hockey League.
Patrick Kane winds it up through center ice, down the middle, over the line. Pass off a skate, comes out to center ice, and that skate belonged to Simon Holmstrom, who has the only goal of the hockey game. Larkin will try as he moves that puck around the glass. Raymond in pursuit, let it come to the blue line. It came out to center, and nothing happening right now from this Red Wing power play.
Down to a minute and 10 seconds. The fans get a little bit restless. The Wings starting to struggle in the first half of the power play, but still plenty of time left.
Brinkett stick handles through traffic, moves it to Raymond, who bumped it to the line to Sider. Now the Red Wings get it set up in the Islanders' zone. Kane to the line. Sider to Kane. Into the right face-off circle down low. Larkin turns, tried to pass it out in front. Going down to block it was Mayfield. Sider wings it to Raymond, and it's broken up and cleared by Pullock all the way down the ice. And Lyon will hand it off to Mo Sider.
And the second unit now has got to come out and try and get that goal and get the game tied up 1 goal apiece. Still 40 seconds left on the power play.
Sider almost gave it away to Bo Horvat on that bounce pass, and now it's bounced up the boards. Here's Horvat getting the feed from Pajot, cuts out in front, and it rolled off his stick. He was bothered from behind.
It's a great defensive play by J.T. Compher. That could have been a dagger right there against the Red Wings. Bo Horvat made a powerful move towards the Red Wing goal.
Out of Tarasenko, bumped it wide to Marco Kasper, circles in behind the net. Berggren got it to the line now. Gustafsson to Tarasenko, shoots the puck, blocked out in front off the skate of Dobson. 7 seconds to go on the Red Wing man advantage, and really haven't done much on this power play. It's loose in front of the goal. Bo Horvat will clear it off the boards down the ice. Penalty is over, and Engvall is back on, and the Islanders are at full strength. Missed opportunity for the Red Wings. Still a 1-0 lead for the New York Islanders.
And the big thing right now is just maintain the momentum. Steal it by Islanders down low. That centering pass was barely broke up the Red Wing defense. A dangerous chance there. The Islanders almost taking a 2-goal lead.
Was it ever? Because Siplikov was wide open, had the wide open net. Now a foot race for the puck over the line. Here's Rasmussen turning with it, swinging it in front, but the pass was in behind Kopp. Kopp was all alone right out in front, but the pass was behind him. From the blue line, Petrie fired the shot. Sorokin the save with Fisher on the doorstep. Finally bumped out to the Detroit blue line, skips into the corner, and Petrie in pursuit with Siplikov.
And there's that play again, and you're trying to force things when you're struggling, but again, if you just can take that extra second, get your head up and take a look and try and make that pass and give it to your teammate on a stick. If you can't do it, hang on to it. Keep possession in the offensive zone. Maybe something good will happen a little bit later in the same shift.
1-0 lead for the Islanders. Here is Sherrod intercepting a errant pass, and now he lifts it out to center ice front of the penalty box. It's Engvall trying to work it across the blue line. Now he'll pick it up, Engvall does, and steers it to Holmstrom in the corner in the Red Wing zone. Sherrod stepped into Holmstrom. Engvall picked it up, one hand on the stick, moves his way up the near wing towards the line, and it's intercepted by Lucas Raymond. Make that Raymond up across the line. Pass left circle to Larkin, cruising in behind the goal, wrapping it around, knocked away by Sorokin. Puck held in at the line by Sherratt. He'll dump it around the boards. Here's Mott in the corner, checked by a couple of Islanders. Engvall, one of them, who hands it ahead to Bo Horvat. 3-on-2 up across the Red Wing line. Drop pass right circle, Holmstrom to Horvat with a wrister, and that's wide of the goal. Raymond at center ice will dump it in. Red Wings in the middle of a change as George will pick it up, wrap a backhand the opposite way to Anders Lee.
That was a great backhand breakout to play by George, the young defenseman.
Now Horvat trying to get away from Edvinsson, who stopped him.
Nice defensive play by him. Using his stick, he got tripped up.
Comes Edvinsson up across the line in the Islander zone, hands it off to Kane. Stick handles into the corner, bumped it around the boards to Simon Edvinsson. Now to Kane again, who's down low. Swings it into the corner for Marco Kasper. Around the boards, right corner to Brinket. Feathers it the opposite way, left point. Edvinsson shot through traffic, and Sorokin will make the save and hang on.
And a good job beyond the defense, boxing out the Red Wing forward. That was Marco Kasper, and a routine glove save by Ilya Sorokin, looking for his 100th career victory tonight against the Red Wings.
Nice game brought to you by Meijer, the official grocer of the Detroit Red Wings radio network. Pause in the action, 7:06 to go. We're in the middle period here in Detroit. Islanders lead the Red Wings 1-0. This is the Detroit Red Wings radio network.
It's time to light up the season during the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. And right now for Black Friday, enjoy limited time offers on our full lineup of Ford vehicles, like the 2024 Ford F-150. Returning AZ Plan lessees can lease a 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $299 a month for 24 months, with $3,849 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Payment includes $1,500 year-end sales event cash, $2,000 trade assist, and $1,500 renewal cash. Offer ends December 2nd. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Some exclusions may apply. So lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for only $399 a month. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
From Novi to Royal Oak and down to Woodhaven and even Windsor, Ashley has Detroit covered when it comes to affordable, high-quality furniture and unbelievably comfortable mattresses. After nearly 20 years in the community, Ashley is proud to be the first official furniture and mattress partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Shop any of our 7 Metro Detroit locations and mention this partnership to receive 20% off your purchase. Some exclusions apply. Visit us today and help support the Red Wings this season. Only at Ashley.
That suit. Do you remember this? It was.
I do.
That suit was just toying with him, and Trevor's a really good hockey player.
I keep hearing the story too. Chris Chelios and him had some epic battles at the end of Chelly's career, and you know the competitive spirit that Chelly has, right? So Pavel would tick Chelly off a little bit with keeping the puck away from him. He said, "Yeah, Chelly has bruised me a couple times."
Daniela, great stuff as always. Check out the Conversation Line, latest episode with Pavel Datsuk, and we'll talk to you in the third period, or we'll hear from you in the third period. Thanks so much, Danielle.
I appreciate you, Rieger.
The great Daniela Bruce coming up next, the Out-of-Town Scoreboard. You're listening to Detroit Red Wings Hockey.
Hello, Detroit! SaySarah.com. SaySarah.com. Where you gonna go if you really want to save on a new used Chevrolet? What you say? What you say? SaySarah.com. SaySarah.com. Who's the #1 Chevrolet volume dealer in all of Michigan, where the customer is #1? SaySarah.com. SaySarah.com. SERRA. SaySarah.com.
Together, let's drive.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at Athletico.com. Official partner of the Detroit Red Wings.
In every home, someone is always too cold or too warm.
What's the temperature in here? I'll just...
And then there's someone who's trying to save money.
Step away from the thermostat.
Well, DTE wants to help with both. Seal air leaks, add insulation, and change filters regularly to save up to $200 a year. And stay comfortable, too.
Ah, warm and cozy.
Get more tips at dteenergy.com/saveenergy.
DTE. Hurry up and try Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're 4 fun-sized Crazy Puffs packed with layers of pepperoni, cheese, and sauce, and perfect on the go. Enjoy Crazy Puffs on a unicycle. Whoa! In a hot air balloon! Or riding piggyback on your friend Keith. Faster, Keith, faster!
Can I have a delicious Crazy Puff?
Sorry, Keith, they're too tasty. Whee! Try Little Caesars Crazy Puffs on the go for only $3.99.
Pizza.
Available at participating locations. Prices may vary. Prices higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and third-party online sites, plus tax.
Enterprise is proud to be the official partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Your goal is our goal, and we're ready with the assist.
Welcome on back. 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios. Islanders up in the Red Wings 1-0 after 40 minutes. Check the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Buy, sell, finance, and save. Bruins fire their head coach, Jim Montgomery, but they do lead the Utah Hockey Club 1-0. They're in the second intermission. Golden Knights up on the Sens in Ottawa 2-0. Jack Eichel nets his 6th of the season for the guys in Sin City. Devils lead the Hurricanes 2-1. Jesper Bratt gets number 9 this season. Capitals and Avalanche tied at 1. That's after 40 minutes of action. How about the scoring in Columbus? Pretty sure there's no goalies there. It's 5-5. Lightning and Blue Jackets. Zach Werenski gets his 5th of the season in that game. Braden Point nets his 11th of the season for the Lightning. Blues and Sharks tied at 1. That's after 1. Blackhawks lead the Panthers 1-0. That's in the first period. And the Rangers and Flames and Wild and Oilers will drop the puck at 9 o'clock. All right, Wings, some work to do trying to end the losing down to the Islanders 1-0 after 40 minutes of action. What happens in the third period? Let's find out together. Ken Cal, Paul Woods, Daniela Bruce. Guys, take it away.
The New York Islanders made their appearance out onto the ice surface, and Simon Holmstrom's goal on a deflection at 5:51 of the first period. The difference as the Islanders lead 1-0. I will say this, though. Alex Lyon made a really good save in the closing moments of the second period to keep it 1-0.
You know, yes, Sorokin quietly's been very good as well. He's made some good saves, and like Cam Talbot, he rarely gives up rebounds, a second, third opportunity. So both goaltenders been good. 18 hits for both these two teams. Sherratt, 1394, 3 hits, 2 shots. He's been active, 613 from Moritz Seider, 2 shots on goal. Tarasenko, 3 shots. Didn't see as much of him the second half of that second period. From Simon Edmondson not getting much power play time, 1327, but still an imposing figure in that top pair from Moritz Seider. And how about Scott Mayfield, 1559, easily the most important and best player of the Islanders through the first 40 minutes.
The Red Wings have had all 3 power play opportunities, and they are 0 for 3 with a man advantage. Red Wings have done a good job of staying out of the penalty box. They have not taken a minor penalty here tonight.
And the only goal that actually was scored was in a 5-on-5 situation. Puck has been dropped. The third period's underway.
Wings are attacking right to left with a fresh sheet of ice as Edmondson picks it up in the corner. Now an outlet feed comes out to Dylan Larkin, who strides out the center. Over the New York Islander line, shoots the puck, and he sailed it over the crossbar. Seider holds it in. Dumped it down low. Pullock will play that puck around the boards. Edmondson keeps it alive. Left point. Dumped it down low. Tarasenko tried to bump it to the blue line. Pajot intercepting it. Got it ahead to Anders Lee, and he'll flip the puck into the right corner in the Red Wing zone. Lee checked in along the end boards by Edmondson. Raymond looks over his left shoulder. Drops it back to Seider. Now to Raymond up the right wing. Cross ice speed. Now to Edmondson. Pass across the blue line, skips off a stick into the corner. Keane will touch the puck, and now it's batted around the left side, and Brock Nelson had it snapped away. In behind the goal and into the corner now. That is DeBrincat, who turns and fires, and that one deflects off a Islanders sticking out of play.
Another player broke his stick on that play. Seplikov, he went to the bench to get it. That's why Brock Nelson didn't make that play back in his own zone. It almost came back to haunt the New York Islanders, but no damage done, and the faceoff stays inside that blue line. That's Johannes Johansson playing for the Tampa Bay Lightning in a goal, not Andre Vasilevsky. Very rarely would he give up any goals after 40 minutes of play. Vasilevsky, he has bounced back after an injury late in the season last year.
I was looking at Philip Hronek, the former Red Wing defenseman who's now playing for the Vancouver Canucks. He's got 7 points on the season, logging 23 and change of ice time, but he's +9 on the season. Not bad.
He's got himself in a good spot, and again, taking nothing away from Philip. He's really become a good two-way player with Vancouver, but He and Quinn Hughes are the top defensive pairs in the NHL.
DeBrincat slaps the puck in behind the New York goal, goes in after it. Now it's punched back to the left face-off circle, intercepting Holmstrom. He's the lone goal scorer in the game. He'll shoot it into the corner. Trying to get there first along the boards is Engvall. He is tied up by a couple of Red Wings, one of them Marco Kasper.
When you hear that phrase, one and done, that's what's happening here. The Red Wings have had 3 puck possession in the offensive zone, and each time they turn the puck over, try to make a play. It didn't work out, and the play's now back inside their blue line. The most important thing is a lot of times coming off the clock.
Here's Holmstrom dumping it back on the right point to Mayfield. Fired the shot, tipped in front by Cizikas, wide of the goal.
It's easy to say it's not a fancy style of play by the New York Islanders, but it is effective. They're at the 500 mark in the Eastern Conference.
It could give you sleep apnea at times as the puck comes up the left wing boards and Sherratt will dump it in.
Don't be throwing any stones. They got 3 more points in the standings than we do.
These two teams play not a lot of excitement. As it comes to the line, Johansson broke his stick in 2, but it comes over to Gustafsson, who will play it down low into the corner. 1-0 lead for New York. 2 minutes and 16 seconds gone by here in the third period. Islanders in the white jerseys with the blue and orange trim attacking left to right. Wallstrom dumping it in. McLean flips that puck around the boards, trying to hold it in. Noah Dobson put it on the stick of Gustafsson, lays it out to center ice. Berggren over the blue line, swings it across, and that puck batted away from Johansson, but now Gustafsson again shoots the puck. Blocker saved by Sorokin. Rebound for Detroit. Gustafsson holds it in at the line, dumps it deeper into the corner. Romanoff to pick it up and feather it out to center ice.
And the Wings done a good job of not picking up needless minor penalties. Just 1 power play so far in the game for the Islanders.
Here's Edvinsson out at center, takes a bump after playing the puck around the boards into the New York Islanders zone.
John Gabriel Baggio, he's a very good all-round player for the Islanders.
Simon Edvinsson in front of the penalty box, works it along the boards. Now he kicks at it deeper into the zone. Dobson feathers it down the ice, right to Lyon. He'll hand it off to Sider.
And again, the Wings had it inside the blue line that time. Simon Edvinsson, his pass didn't work out. Now the Wings are back in their own zone. Controlled breakout as the Islanders back up through the neutral zone.
He's got to get it in deep and win some of those battles. But right now, it's just up and down hockey as the Islanders will pick it up in their own zone and steer it across the ice. Rasmussen intercepts right circle, backhands it into the corner for Fisher. Penalty coming up here in the corner for tripping.
Yeah, it's going to go against the Red Wings, at least the first part of that penalty. Probably should have been 2. The Islander player then tripped up with Christian Fish, but I think the referee just calling the first play is going to give the Islanders a power play.
First power play of the game for New York. 3 minutes and 41 seconds, the time of the penalty.
Fans don't like this one either. I think they've got a pretty good argument.
So Fisher slowly gets the gate, looks over towards the referee at center ice. That's Brandon Blandino. He's also refereeing with Kyle Raymond tonight. And the Red Wings penalty kill coming up is brought to you by Corewell Health. No matter the challenge, the response is always the same. We can. Let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Red Wings.
The biggest names in the game.
Kudrov, score! The Lightning win it!
Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio.
Well, big moment of the hockey game. You want to shut down this Islander team and not let them score the man advantage. Here's a shot from long range from the blue line, taken by Chalowski on target. A lot of traffic in front of Lyon, who came up with a glove save.
You know, getting back to that Nashville team, they're not playing last night and again got beat by Seattle. But during the Toronto game intermission, they kept saying Andrew Burnett, now the head coach of the Nashville Predators, may be going to lose his job. But you know, he wasn't the guy that brought in Steven Stamkos and Jonathan Marchessault. He didn't make those changes during the offseason. That's the general manager, Barry Trotz, and that just hasn't worked out. And those guys, again, that's a huge minus number this early in the season. When you're minus 12 in the season, 20 games in, that's not good. That's a playoff team last year in the Western Conference. Nashville, well-respected team, and all of a sudden they've lost their way.
Trotz have already said about a couple of weeks ago, he said, well, if the guys can't get it done, we're going to start a rebuild.
Yeah, but the problem you've got is the guys you brought in long-term contracts. Yeah. It's hard to correct that mistake.
1-0 lead for the Islanders. They're on the power play. Look out here. Siplikov with a shot. That's blocked right out in front by Sherratt.
It's a great defensive play by Ben Sherratt. He was in open ice, probably 10 feet in front of the goal, and made a big save for the Red Wings.
Simon Holmstrom dumps it down low. Siplikov to Holmstrom again. Pumped it back in the line. Dennis Chalowski, left circle feed. Shot taken left side by the forward Paul Mary on target. Lyon with a basket catch with a glove hand.
It's the bread and butter of Dennis Chalowski. He can play it for any team in the National Hockey League on the power play on the back end. His problem is gets into 5-on-5 hockey back inside his own blue line. He doesn't excel. He hasn't picked that up, but as an offensive-minded defenseman, he is still very good.
15:26 to go, third period. Fisher still with 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining in his tripping call. Face off deep in the Red Wing zone. Wings pick it up. Edvinson just wheels it around the boards all the way down the ice into the Islander end.
Then Lucas Raymond out there with Dylan Larkin. Good job by Dylan winning that face-off cleanly. He's been much better this year in the face-offs.
Coming off that penalty clock to Fisher as Dobson drops it back to Bo Horvat. Out to center ice now. Horvat in over the line. He had his pocket picked. Red Wings come back. 2-on-2 over the line. Raymond dumped it to the side of the Islander goal. Dobson circles with it, moves it ahead. Wallstrom got it out to center to Anders Lee. Lee fires it into the Red Wing zone. It bounces off the boards into the corner. Edvinson let it go to Raymond, who chipped it up the boards, comes back on the line. Dobson flips it over, left circle, Bo Horvat. Horvat stops in the corner. Pajot playing catch with Horvat, far boards. Pass in front, skips into the high slot. Wallstrom fired a shot, and he fired it wide. He was aiming for the upper left-hand corner. Now Larkin stumbles out at center ice. He hit a rut, goes down, and that allows the Islanders to play it over the Red Wing line. Crisp pass over to Anders Lee. Lee turned it over out towards the blue line by Rasmussen. Red Wings say that play's offside, but the play continues. Penalty is over. Long stretch pass. Fisher out of the box, moving in and coming back on a solid defensive play. Isaiah George to knock him off the puck.
What a great play by the young defense. The former London Knight came back and stripped the puck away from Christian Fisher without picking up a minor penalty.
A beeline Fisher did out of that penalty box and a bid to tie it up. But a good defensive play by George.
He made a great play in his own zone back in the second period. A backhand and clearing attempt was right on the table. It wasn't an easy play to make.
Still a 1-0 lead for the Islanders. Icing called against New York as they flipped it from their side of the red line into the right corner in the Red Wing end.
Yeah, the Boston Bruins 1-0 lead against the Utah Hockey Club. That game now in the third period as well. Just starting, they've outshot the Utah team by a margin of 2-1. And it's not Jeremy Swayman in goal. It's Giannis Korpisalo, the former Columbus Blue Jacket goaltender. So Joe Sacco is going to shake things up a little bit and get the backup goaltender going. Jeremy Swayman has just struggled mightily after signing that long-term 8-year contract.
Casper wins the face-off. Kane down low, shot the puck. Sorokin made the save. He was down low off that left goalpost. I think he got his skate caught in the net a little bit. Now he's okay as the Red Wings steal down low. Kane in behind the New York goal. Now Casper with a chance from in close off the left side of the goal, and Sorokin made the save.
Great backdoor pass that was by Patrick Kane, and Marco Casper's had 3 of those good chances so far tonight.
Zekas dumps it in, now heads off the ice on a change as the Red Wings bring it back.
He's probably the Red Wings' most consistent line. Here comes Kane again with lots of speed, but he lost control of the puck just as he got across center.
Gustafsson stole the pass, moves it to Casper, shoots the puck, rebound Kane after Sorokin made the save, and he didn't get the shot away. Kane.
And moved to work by Eric Gustafsson, a quick release by Marco Casper.
Dobson over the line now to Siplikov, pass left circle, cruising in. Here's a chance from the left side, and that was wide of the goal, taken by Palmieri.
He had nowhere to go that time. The angle played perfect to the goaltender, Alex Lyon.
12:50 to go, third period, 1-0 lead for the Islanders. Both teams changing on the go. Gustafsson slowing it down right out in front of his own goal.
Control breakout. Gustafsson's had a very strong hockey game. Pass it to Tarasenko. Hasn't played as much in the second half of the hockey game, working hard and down that left side.
Tried to cut inside. He was knocked off balance from the line. Edvinson pumped it down low to Berggren. Into the corner. Chalosky all over Comfer. Took him off the puck for a moment. They battle for it. Chalosky lifts it up the left side. Lee got it ahead. 2-on-1 developing. Coming back, Edvinson on Bo Horvat. Slowed him down a little bit, and it bounces to Pajot in the corner. Pajot worked it to the blue line. George with a shot wide of the goal. Rebound. Pulak sends it back to the right point for Anders Lee, covering up for him. Dumped that puck around the end boards. George after it. Comfort chopped it out to Tarasenko at center. And it was knocked off of his stick calmly, and now Pulak will play it inside his own end. Pulak out at center ice will flip it in towards the side of the goal and taking no chances right there. Alex Lyon, he will hang on. So we got a whistle and a pause in the action. 11:43 to go. Third period. Islanders lead the Red Wings 1-0. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
At Corewell Health, we know time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we do. We're fighting cancer with proton therapy and music therapy. We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's with deep brain stimulation and outsmarting blood clots in seconds instead of days. Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
J.P. Weiser's Canadian whiskey is a proud partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Sure, we could have teamed up with Toronto, or Montreal, or even Ottawa. But we'd rather support our neighbors across the river, because we've been doing things our way since 1857. So grab a bottle of our smooth, new 10-year-old whiskey and taste what it means to be wisely done.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know what steps to take.
Money is just scary to begin with.
There's so many question marks.
I wish there was like a home ownership coach out there.
My name's Austin. I'm an executive at Rocket. We're doing a lot, but we can do more just listening to you today.
Get real solutions to real concerns. Call 800-4ROCKET.
Rocket Mortgage LLC, NMLS number 33, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, equal housing lender license in all 50 states.
In the top of the line, there's very few forwards like that in the NHL.
These have carried the play here in the third period. Kane after the puck in the corner. Pollock laid it around the boards, and now it's tapped ahead to center. Palmieri flips it over the blue line. Goes after it himself. Cuts to the middle of the ice in the Red Wing zone. Converging on him was Petrie. Petrie tied him up in the corner. Comes away with it for Detroit and flips it out to center ice. Race for the puck. Casper DeBrincat going after it. And it's turned away from him up across the blue line. Siplikov thrown to the ice by Ben Sherratt. Now it's Holmstrom sending it out in front of Sorokin as the Islanders are in the middle of a change. The Red Wings are changing defensively on the go. 3 minutes to play in regulation. Game tied 1-1 after the Berggren tally. Islanders up the left side. George out to center ice, flipping it into the Red Wing zone. Lyon let it roll into the corner for Simon Edvinsson. Bumped off the puck by Holmstrom. Now dug loose by Detroit. Cizikas along the near wing. Chipped it off a stick of Engvall to the front of the goal, but right on the tape of Mo Seider. Seider ripped it over the line, off the stick of Rasmussen into the corner, now behind the New York net. 2.5 to play in regulation, game tied 1-1. Pajot in his own zone, both teams changing on the fly. Now Mayfield swings it across on the right wing boards. Nelson steering it down the ice to the side of the Detroit net. Petrie rifles it around the wing. Tarasenko chopped it out to the New York blue line. Pajot now to Mayfield up the right side in front of the penalty box. Anders Lee to tap it deeper into the Red Wing end.
Kellerman moving up the top line, and Vladimir Tarasenko moving back to the fourth line. It's really helped the Red Wings in this contest. Going to be an icing call here against Detroit. Got to give Tyler Mont credit. You don't really picture him as a top line for the National Hockey League. He's been very effective here tonight and really has brought some energy to the Red Wing lineup.
Locker room interviews all season long, brought to you by McLaren Health, McLaren and the Karmanos Cancer Institute. Your best chance in our Plays Under Review tonight, brought to you by 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Offensive players having a good time in Columbus tonight. Now it's a 6-6 tie between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Fans like loving all the offense there, right?
Nick Kucherov, the last time I looked, had 4 assists in the hockey game after a minor slump for him. A slump for him is picking up no points in maybe a game or two.
Down a minute 45 to go. The puck is in front of the Red Wing goal. Comper intercepted it. Turns away from Siplikov up the left wing into the New York zone. Feathers it into the slot. It's off the stick of Raymond. Romanoff took a chop at it. Now Mott picks it up left circle. Fires the shot off a stick into the corner.
The B-level Lucas Raymond gets a scoring chance and puck possession with the Wings in the offensive zone. That's where they want to keep it now late in the third period.
Dobson all over the back of Mott. The Red Wings come away with it, though. Now it's turned over, and here come the Islanders 2-on-2, and shooting it into the Red Wing zone is Kyle Palmieri.
Lucas Raymond turned it over, but players on both sides were extremely tired. Lucas Dylan Larkin, the Red Wing captain, circles back and helps out the defenseman.
Puck steered by the Red Wings. Raymond up the left wing to Larkin over the blue line. Twisting and turning into the corner, gives his man a bump. Now it's in the high slot. Raymond scores! Lucas Raymond picked the corner of the goal with 51.1 seconds left in regulation to give the Red Wings a 2-1 lead.
Seemed like a harmless play, but John Larkin's along the sideboards inside that near corner blue line, and the puck just bounces out right to Lucas Raymond, and Raymond takes to the net. And this time a wicked wrist shot just inside the goalpost, past the glove, Ilya Sorokin. What a shot that was by Lucas Raymond. The Wings have a 2-1 lead.
2 goals by the Wings here in the third period. Berggren tying it. Raymond with the go-ahead goal. And all of a sudden, the Red Wings, with time winding down, have the 2-1 lead, their first lead of the game.
They had a great job, the Red Wing coaching staff, making that line adjustment, putting Tarasenko back on the fourth line, moving Tyler Mott. Who would have predicted that or thought that would work? But all of a sudden, Tyler Mott's got Larkin and Raymond energized. And those are 3 players that give them the Red Wings the lead.
That goal by Raymond to give the Red Wings the lead with 51.1 seconds to go in regulation is another DTE Energy light the lamp goal.
And Patrick Waugh now talking over his team. Time definitely a factor with 51.1 seconds left in regulation time, and the Wings are that close to picking up a much-needed victory on home ice.
Player interviews all season long brought to you by Meyer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Overtimes and critical face-offs brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card.
Bob Bugner down there explaining the Red Wing players they've got to do. They're going to pull the goaltender, get the extra tackle out there, 6-on-5. Everybody's got to know what to do, what not to do. Alex Lyons made some big saves in this third period. What a comeback victory this could be for the Red Wings.
Big goal by Lucas Raymond. That's goal number 3 on the campaign for him.
He's far more than statistics might to talk about. He's never topped the lead in Red Wings. Puck is dropped. Final 53 seconds. Islanders win the draw.
We'll keep an eye on Sorokin. Here's Paul Mary dumping it from center. There goes Sorokin. The extra attacker is on. The puck in deep in the Red Wing zone. Raymond picking up stumbles. Now it's picked up by the Islanders. Pajot trying to dig it loose. Got it behind the Red Wing net. Hustling after it for Detroit is Comfort. Sherratt tied up a little bit. 25 seconds left. Puck is in the right corner in the Red Wing zone. Paul Mary trying to jam it away from Comfort. Now the Wings pick it off. Larkin dumps it down the ice. And this one will be an icing call against Detroit. 14 seconds left. Just want to remind our stations that we do have a break to make up, and we will do it at the conclusion of this third period.
And we hope it doesn't take too much longer. We just got to control this face-off. Hope to get that puck out in the neutral zone. Larkin and Simon Evanson pick up the assist on the goal by Lucas Raymond.
6 attackers on the ice for the Islanders. Pajot in the face-off circle against Larkin. 14 seconds left. Puck into the corner. Sider scooping it up for Detroit. Wheels it around the boards, and this one down the ice. Dobson will go in after it. For a moment there, I thought the point man might have touched that puck. That would have nullified the icing call, but now we've got an icing call against the Red Wings with 6 seconds left.
And Dylan Larkin wins that draw. The Wings control it. Rich Sider banks it off the boards. I thought it maybe was going to go in. It missed on the short side, going down, and one more draw again for Dylan Larkin to win with exactly 6 seconds left in regulation time. He'll take it against John Gabriel Pajot one more time.
6 seconds left. Islanders win the draw. It's pumped back to the line. Noah Dobson now. Here's Bo Horvat with a shot off a stick right to the front of the goal. And a big save by Lyon. Just 0.5 seconds to go in the game.
Referee will check the clock now. Go over and make sure that clock is exactly accurate. If it is accurate, half a second left. There's no chance then to score. The only way they can score now is to shoot the puck off the face-off right towards the goal.
And hope the trigger man on the clock is slow at the trigger there. But well, the crowd is up and cheering now. And a late goal by Raymond giving the Red Wings the lead at 19:08.
And gave Pajot credit. He won that face-off clean against Dylan Larkin. He moved around. Bo Horvat let it go from a sharp angle. Referee's moved up a little bit now. 1 second left in regulation.
Face-off near circle to the left of Lyon. Larkin will take the draw. Pajot is putting Dobson to the top of the right circle, directing traffic. Here we go. Linesman set to drop the puck. Ryan Gibbons.
Up, drop right. Not so fast.
Nope, they're going to do it again. 1 second left. Dropped unfairly.
No, for Dylan, he doesn't have to win the draw. Just got to tie the draw. Just keep the puck in the circle there. Don't try and win it cleanly. Now they're trying to maybe tell him he can't take the face-off. Nope, he's going to take it.
All right, Larkin against Pajot. Crowd standing here in the lower bowl. Larkin wins the draw into the corner. Sider wraps it down the ice. And what a comeback by the Red Wings. Trailing 1-0. They get 2 late goals. Berggren at 15-14. Raymond at 19:08. And they win this hockey game 2-1 and pick up the 2 points.
It may be exactly the doctor ordered for the Detroit Red Wings. They needed something like this. They trailed for most of this hockey game, found a way to come back and tie it up. And then Lucas Raymond gets the game-winning goal for a 2-1 victory, but 2 big points in the standing for the Red Wings. And now Detroit just 1 single point out of a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference, pending the outcome of that game tonight in Boston with the Bruins.
Final score, Red Wings 2, Islanders 1. We have a break to make up. We'll do it right now. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.